My check, my check, my check. What's going on, everybody? It's your man Eagle Chant One. Let's see if y'all can hear my voice better. Hopefully, it sounds better. Um, Excited to do a collab with 301 Cowboy. I just want to see if my mic is good before we get to it, because I'm about to put the Cowboy fans in check tonight, man. Because I see 301 Cowboy wanted to do debate with me, and that's fine, man. Let's see how my freaking mic is doing. We just started. What the hell? All right, we got him. Oh, my fault. Where is y'all at? What's up? Y'all hear me? Let me know y'all hear me. Where is y'all at? Yeah, we good. We straight. Yeah. Ooh, there we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Why is it Eagle Chimp on here? Yo, 301 Cowboy. Come on the link, bro. I sent you the link on the IG. Man, let's go. Let's go. I want to debate this dude. Same. No, but I can't wait till we get to this debate because it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? I think this Eagles team is better than the Dallas Cowboys. I say what I said on my streams, and I meant it. I think we have the better roster. So I'm ready to get it going. Yo, you better let's go, man. Let's go. I got work in 8 o'clock in the morning, but I can't pass up this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. Check your IG, man. Send him the link. Click the link. Let me see this dude. Hold on. It should be on block. Drop it on here. No, I'm sending. I send it to your message. Check your message. Hit that. I'm not sending it because if I drop the link, then everybody's gonna want to come. It's just you and I, right? That's how it's gonna be. So I send it to your messages. I send it to your IG. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to debate me. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to talk, talk smack on IG. Come on. It's your opportunity to talk about your Dallas Cowboys and why you think you're the best. Because I'm not dropping a link down here. It's just you and I. That's you and I. We're gonna have a nice debate. Here's something. Check your messages. I sent it to your phone too. I got your number. I sent it to your number. Let's go. Dallas would decline. They are declining. So is this guy. This guy's declining. He's scared to face Eagle Chant one. Now I'm playing. He cool. We're cool. I got no issue with him. I'm saying these Cowboy fans are running their mouths. The draft was trash. They were trash. Tyler Smith was horrible. He has the most penalties in college, and yet they're talking about how he's a star. Man, come on, stop it, man. I'm saying, let's go, man. All right, the moment we've been waiting for. You know what I'm saying? 3-1 Cowboy. Listen, I'm telling y'all, I like my roster. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get your thoughts. Get your thoughts on the draft. How did you all think you did in the draft this year?
Hey man, I think we had a solid draft. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like the thing that's blowing me that people saying we didn't draft these big name players in the draft that our team gonna be trash. Like just because they didn't come from a big school, they're trash. Like, bro, like that's not the case. Like just because you come from a smaller school doesn't mean you're trash. And I still like our wide receiver core because
How so?
we still have CD Lamb
But
running the
he has never
four.
been the number one. He's the number three, turning into the number one. You lost Coop,
I know, but CD last year CD Lamb was more productive than Amari Cooper. You know what I mean?
and I get that a lot because the guy in my work is a Cowboy fan too, right? And he says that, but I can't say okay, CeeDee Lamb's number one when he hasn't been that one in the NFL, right? He's never went against Darius Slay physically, right? He's never matched up with Slay. He's matched up
Yeah,
with
I know.
Nelson. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem. It's not the fact, and I like CeeDee Lamb because I wanted him in the draft, right? And I think he's a good
I
receiver.
know.
My problem is AJ Brown has been the number one for Tennessee. He's been Tannehill's number one. When you talk about Tennessee, who are they focused on in game day? They focus on AJ Brown, how to stop him, and Derrick Henry, right? Derrick Henry was the main point of the offense, but this AJ Brown guy, he's 24 years old, and he's been that target for Ryan Tannehill, right? CeeDee Lamb
Hmm.
hasn't been that okay. Where Dak is going to CeeDee Lamb. It's always been Amari Cooper. Now, let me try this again because I made a mistake when I said I didn't mean 100,000. I meant 1,000 yard receiver, right? 1,000 yard receiver in Oakland, right, or Las Vegas, whatever you want to call it. So he had 1,000 yard receiver in Amari Cooper. You lost him. He went to Cleveland. How did this Dallas Cowboys team? Because we seen Dak without weapons when it came to his number one. That's why they traded for Amari Cooper because they didn't
I
have
know.
that dude to give Dak Prescott a weapon. You lost him.
I
How
know, but
does
like
CeeDee
it's
Lamb turn into being the number one?
I know, but like in 2018, like there's not the same wide receiver core before we got Amari Cooper. Like when we had Allen Hurns, Deontay Johnson, Michael Gallup when he was a rookie, and Cole Beasley. It's not like that. Like CD Lamb, he's a really good receiver. Um, and I think our wide receiver core going to be good because I think CD Lamb have a chip on his shoulder. Like everybody's
So does
doubting
AJ
him.
Brown. So does Devontae Smith. So does Quez Watkins. I mean, I understand CeeDee Lamb's. I like to say I think CeeDee Lamb's a good receiver, but he hasn't been that number one dude. He's not going against Bradbury anymore, right? That was last year. He's going against Ramsey. He's going against the Alexanders. He's going against those cornerbacks that get paid to shut down the number one receivers, right? Cooper's always been that
Hmm.
dude that you would, and that's what I'm talking about. Because Cowboy fans said, "Well, CeeDee Lamb's been good." I never said he wasn't good. I never said he was trash. I never said he was overrated. I said that he hasn't been the number one. Where physically you weren't game planning on when you played the Cowboys. Now he was part of why the Cowboys were scoring, and I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm saying that Cooper was the big part of why CeeDee Lamb was getting open, right? Because they had to focus on Amari Cooper. If you put a trash corner on Amari Cooper, he burns you, right? So when you
Hmm.
put someone like Marshawn Lattimore on CeeDee Lamb, last year he got shut down. Whether you thought that helmet got ripped off or not, the facts are there that a Marshawn Lattimore literally shut his behind down, that he didn't give him any cushion. And now you're going to rely on him to be that number one dude when he hasn't been that number one since, let's be real, Oklahoma. AJ Brown has been that dude. He's been the guy who Ryan Tannehill relied on. He has to get double covered or sometimes the best corner on him because if you allow AJ Brown to have go against a trash corner or number two, he kills you. He has the speed to
True.
track the ball too, and he's also physical. Now you're relying on Diggs to be on AJ Brown. That's fine and great. My problem is who is covering Smithy? Because is it Anthony Brown? Or is it the guy you draft last year who Smith literally ripped apart in the last game? Now we could talk about the last game. We could talk about that's last year. I get it, but you're going in a situation with only Diggs, right? You don't have a number two. We got Bradbury and Slay. Those are
I
two
think
corners that
Diggs.
Giant fans compared Slay to. You know what I'm saying? So I
I
just
think
want to
Diggs will
know
be
how CeeDee
covering
Lamb going to
Devontae
be that
Smith.
guy. Hmm?
I think Diggs will be covering Devontae Smith.
So who's coming to AJ Brown?
And let me rephrase that.
No, I'm asking you, who is covering AJ Brown?
If Diggs going to cover Smith, then Anthony Brown going to be covering AJ Brown.
But
But
I
they'll
see, I don't see that. I see AJ Brown on with Diggs because Diggs gonna probably go on. I mean, if you're gonna put Anthony Brown on AJ Brown, you're in trouble from the beginning. You know, because here's my problem with Cowboy fans. It's not the fact that now some of them are cool, but some of them are delusional. Like I think that the Dallas Cowboy fans are scared. You should have drafted Andrew Booth in the second round. There should have been no reason why the Cowboys should have said, "Oh, they got AJ Brown." You saw what the Jets did when Tyreek Hill went to the Dolphins. What did they do? They went and drafted Sauce Garner. Why is that? Because we want to lock down the best receiver that they just drafted. We think he's the best corner. We're going to lock him down. You had a chance on Andrew Booth, right? You didn't draft him. You
yeah,
took
I
what's his
wanted
guy's
Andrew
name?
Booth.
Yeah, because that's why I think the Cowboys messed up in the draft. Now, they could get Kenny Moore because I heard Kenny Moore's unhappy. He wants to get paid. Maybe Jerry Jones should make a call and say, "Hey, come to Dallas because we need help because our corner's about to get smoked." Because there's no two Diggs on the Cowboys team, and we know Anthony Brown is if he goes against AJ Brown, good night. I mean, that's a body. I mean, I'm Jalen Hurts. I'm throwing it to him all day because that to me is not a fair matchup. When you look at this Eagles team, I think this Eagles team has the better defense. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you let's be real, Randy Gregory might not have been the sack guy, but he was productive when it came to helping Michael Parsons with some of the takeaways. Look at the Washington game. He was able to create fumbles. He was able to get homes. You know what I'm saying? He might not have the sacks and interceptions to prove it or the strip sacks, but he was productive in his way. This was his best season. You lost him. You lost Amari Cooper. And then you lose your best tight end, Dalton Schultz, right? Or did you pay him? I don't know who your
Oh,
tight end is.
we paid him already. He's still on the
You
team.
paid Dalton Schultz?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
think
you
we
kept
paid him, but
Dalton Schultz.
he's still on the team. Yeah.
But to me, he's not better than Goddard. He to me is not, he's not better than Goddard. I think we got the tight ends. You do got the safeties. I ain't gonna lie to you. Your safeties to me are better than ours. I don't know what Kayvon Wallace is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Anthony. I'm not a fan of. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a biased Eagle fan. I don't like Anthony Harris. I don't like him. I don't think he's all that. I think he's washed. I don't like. I never liked bringing him back. But I agree. You have the best safeties because you got what's the guy's name you brought back? You brought what's that dude's name? You got him. You got Malik Hooker. You brought back. So you do got the safeties. But when it comes to defense, we do got better defense. Jordan Davis he's not going to be a starter. And people forget to realize when they Cowboy fans say, well, he's not going to be a starter. No one's asking him to be a starter. But he's going to be rotating, because we do have the best rotation, in my opinion, where we can rotate different defensive ends to attack a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Because you got Fletcher Cox. If you put your offensive line, that rookie guy, because let's be real, he has most penalties. And I think, if I remember right, in the college, now he's going to go against Fletcher Cox. To me, I don't think he had a good draft. I think that Cowboys reached and panicked on the offensive line. And I think that when it came to the draft, I think that you reached a little bit. Jalen Tolbert doesn't scare me. You don't got anybody to me that fears me. They talk about Sam Williams. I think that's your best pick in general. You know what I'm saying? I think Sam Williams, is that his name, Sam Williams? Sam
Yeah.
Williams I think he's your best pick. You know what I'm saying? I do like him. But the rest of your draft, I don't think you really did like what the Eagles did. The Eagles went out and they drafted Jordan Davis. They went out and drafted Nakobe Dean. They took the best center to me, who's going to be Jason Kelsey's replacement the next 2 to 3 years. And when I look at this Eagles draft, they aced this draft. And then you look at free agency, they bring Hassan Reddick in, right? A guy who to me has one of the best pass rush and created a lot of sacks. He was up, I think, behind T.J. Watt and sacks. We have him, right? You add, and then you go and you sign the guy from the Chargers who had the most tackles in white, right? So we gotten better, you know what I'm saying? And then not only that, you top it with getting Bradbury, who to me people are now saying he's trash. Why? Because he came to the Eagles. Because I thought last year the Giant fans were comparing him to Darius Slay, saying he was the better cornerback than Darius Slay. All I heard was Darius Slay wasn't better than Bradbury.
Oh
So
no,
to me,
James Bradbury, he's not trash, but like he do be getting beat though.
How does it get beat? I mean, he was a top 10 corner, I think, last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, Mike Evans beat him.
I mean,
All the
I'm
CeeDee
not.
Lamb beat him. We all saw that game.
Yeah, but CeeDee Lamb ain't going against Bradbury. He's going to get Slay now. And if I remember right, Slay, when he versed CeeDee Lamb, he intercepted the ball against him, right? Remember when Dak threw? I think Andy Dalton threw to CeeDee Lamb. Darius Slay picked it off. I mean, we
But
did lose that game. I'm not saying that, but
do you really
he's not
think
going
like
against Bradbury. Hmm?
Michael Gallup might be coming back?
But he's
So
coming off an ACL injury. That takes 2 to 3 years to recover from, right? He's
now
coming off an ACL.
some players actually come back stronger from the ACL. Cam Akers had an ACL injury and he came back stronger.
But is he going to be on some Adrian Peterson type? Because that's not really going to happen. Usually players take a while to come back. Is he going to be like Adrian Peterson when he came off the injury? Because we thought Saquon Barkley was going to do that, and he took him a while to come back. I don't see that with Michael
Oh
Gallup. I
yeah,
think it's going to take the 3 more years for him, maybe 2 to 3 years to come back. Not only that, Dak is on his year 2 with coming back from an injury. He was back. This was the first time last year coming back from an injury. Now he has an
he
offensive
still
line.
played
Let's be
well
real.
though.
He played well, but he didn't do what. Listen, when you get paid like a quarterback, you're supposed to be that guy that takes them all the way. And my problem with Cowboy fans, they talk about, well, you didn't do anything. Yeah, but we made the playoffs, and so did you. But you didn't. You were supposed to be Super Bowl favorites last year. You didn't get past a wild card. And I hear Cowboy fans pumping their chest. And Cowboy Consecrate is telling us that we shouldn't pump our chest. But here you are pumping your chest every year, talking about the exact same stuff. I'm waiting for y'all to win a championship because to me, we've been to more playoff wins. Listen, we are tied with Green Bay in the most playoff wins in NFL franchise, I believe, right? I don't see the Dallas Cowboys on there. Y'all haven't been to an MC championship since 1996 with Troy Aikman and Barry Switz as your head coach. I'm still waiting for Dak to get there. He's in his 7th year, got paid way too much, and yet he can't get past a wild card. Y'all lost to Jimmy G. They ain't better than when we played against Russell Wilson in 19. We played against so-called the Tom Brady to go. Now I don't look him as the GOAT. I look him as a cheating fraud quarterback who people hype up. I hate Tom Brady. I'm the first one to say I hate that dude. I don't like him. I hope we beat his brains in when we play him in the playoffs, or I hope y'all end up getting rid of him because I hate him. I hate him with a
I want
passion.
to
I
beat
don't
his
like
ass
him.
too though.
I hate Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? But technically, we went against so-called the GOAT, which I don't consider him the GOAT, but it don't matter. We went to the GOAT. Y'all lost to Jared Goff and to Jimmy G. Jared Goff only actually scored 3 points in the whole Super Bowl. And that's my problem with Cowboy fans. I
But
don't understand why y'all talking when you haven't been
can I stop you
past
right
a
there?
wild
Can I
card.
stop you right there?
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Right there. So like everybody clowns us for losing to Jimmy G and Jared Goff. Well, of
Mm-hmm.
course I'm embarrassed because like we haven't been to the Super Bowl in 26 years, obviously, and of course I'm mad we
27.
lost in the playoffs.
27.
But
27 years. This will you be
27,
28.
27,
Yeah.
yeah. But
This will you be 28
like
this year. Upcoming.
I'm not really embarrassed about losing to Jimmy Garoppolo and Jared
I
Goff
would be.
because Jared Goff been to the Super Bowl. He
But he
was
only
in the
scored
Super
three
Bowl the
points.
year he beat us. He still made it to the Super Bowl though. You know what I mean?
But he scored three
You
points.
got you gotta give him credit. You gotta give him credit with credit is due though. He still made it to
Really?
the Super Bowl.
I mean, they traded his ass to the Lions. That's how bad he was. He's not a good
Since the Super
quarterback.
Bowl, he's been bad. And Jimmy Garoppolo was also in the Super Bowl as well, and he was in the NFC
But he
Championship this
lost
past
that.
season.
Y'all lost
He
to
lost,
quarterbacks who
but
lost the Super Bowls. Russell Wilson won his
like he
Super
was still
Bowl.
there.
Russell Wilson won his Super Bowl. Well, not the year we played us, but he won a ring. Tom Brady, so called the GOAT, won like what, 7 Super Bowls? What is 7? You know what I'm saying? So y'all lost to quarterbacks who haven't won a championship, and we played quarterbacks who won a Super Bowl. You see what I mean? I'm just speaking facts. You know what I'm saying? When I come with the streams, I like clapping with Cowboys. I have no problem with that. If you could talk football with me,
Everybody,
that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But
everybody be acting
I'm just
like
saying,
it's like when
go
Jimmy
ahead. It's your time to
Garoppolo and
talk.
Jared. It's like when Jimmy Garoppolo and Jared Goff beat us. They be saying, "Oh, y'all lost to a trash quarterback," but like if Jimmy G and Jared Goff beat Green Bay, nobody wouldn't be saying anything. That's what I don't understand.
Do you think Dak Prescott is an elite quarterback? Do you think he gets a lot of disrespect? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I think Dak is the same as Kirk Cousins. I think when you look at the playoff wins, what Dak is 1 of 3 in the playoffs. He has the same playoff wins, I believe, as Ryan Fitzpatrick and Kirk Cousins. Do you think he is a guy that people disrespect? Do you think Dak Prescott should be up with Mahomes, Russell Wilson's, the guys that, because I hear Cowboy fans telling me he's better than Mahomes. I don't know how that's possible, because Mahomes won a Super Bowl. Won a Super Bowl.
I'm a Cowboy fan. He's not better than Mahomes.
Do you think he's up with the Russell Wilsons, the Deshaun Watsons, the Herb? I wouldn't even consider Herb because Herb had 1 year. He got to prove it again. You know what I'm saying? But do you think those guys who have done it many times, you know what I'm saying? Do you think he's up with the Brady's? Even though I'm consider, but I'm just asking you.
Before the 2021 season, I thought Dak was elite, but like after that playoff performance he put out there, then I had to slow it down a little bit on that. But like I just think that Dak gets too much hate. Like he's still a really good quarterback. Like he threw for 37 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Like that's good quarterback play. Am I right?
I mean, that's to me that's a regular seasons type quarterback. But being a good quarterback is, knowing your situations when you're, taking a kneel or taking a knee when you're supposed to win the game in the playoffs. To me, you got to learn how to be. You got to learn the rules. That's to me is not a good quarterback. When you're throwing interceptions, when you're trying to win games, like for example the Raiders game, he had a chance to win in overtime, and he throws a bad pass when you have to be clutching the game, huh?
It was a bad pass. Like, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Those are the that's what I'm paying you to be. You know what I'm saying? And next year, listen, I understand people talk about Jalen Hurts. I mean, I think Jalen Hurts is going to take a step up. I mean, with all that talent, you got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, right? You got Miles Sanders. You got who else? You got the undrafted rookie that I like out of Oklahoma, same as CeeDee Lamb, and Kenneth, what's his name? That guy from Oklahoma. What's his name? I forget the guy's name.
On the Cowboys?
It'll come back to me. No. The Eagles undrafted running back. Kenneth Walker. Is his name Kenneth Walker, or is it Kenneth? I forget the guy. Help me in the comments. But this Eagles team to me has gone better. Right? We got a lead defense. I think we got the two best corners that both sides. Like I expect so many picks this year, so many interceptions. And I do think Darius Slay to me is better than Diggs. And I'm going to explain why. I think Darius Slay has played more than Diggs. I mean, Diggs is a guy who's transitioned from receiver to corner. This is his first time out of college. He's been the corner, right? Because you remember Nick Saban wanted him to transition from cornerback because he was a receiver in Alabama, right? Yeah. But I think Darius Slay, to me, he don't have the more picks. And I hear people say, well, he has more interceptions. Well, when you look at Diggs, if Michael Parsons doesn't get home, Diggs gets cooked. I mean, look at AJ Green when he ripped them apart. So when you look at Darius Slay, I think Darius Slay is a top 5 corner who, to me, has shown that he's the real reason why our corners aren't getting torched the way they are. They went after Nelson. They didn't go after Darius Slay. When they went after Darius Slay, they paid the price. He had more. He had 2 strip. I think he had 2 forced fumbles. One was in Detroit where the ball came out. He was able to scoop and score. Denver Broncos game was a perfect example of, to me, a elite corner. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy who has his 4th straight Pro Bowl. I think so. I mean, I think he had a 4th straight Pro Bowl this year. I don't count Pro Bowls, but he's to me is a better cornerback to me than Diggs. Do you think Diggs is a better cornerback than Darius Slay? Because I hear a lot of people comparing it. I want to hear from a Cowboy thing because I could say it, but I want to hear your thoughts. You think Diggs is the better cornerback than Darius Slay? And do you think he'll take a jump up from year 1 to year 2? Because most players don't take a year 2. Look at Chase Young, right? He went from rookie of the year to everybody comparing him to going for someone before the injury. Let's be real. He looked lazy. I mean, the Buffalo Bills game, for example, he didn't want to tackle the player. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen players jump from year 1 to year 2, and they don't look the same. Do you think Diggs is going to be that same dude that you saw last year? You think he's going to get better? Or do you think they're going to be some where they might have film on him where they're able to maybe test him to see if he's really that dude? Your thoughts?
I think Diggs will get better. I mean, Diggs, he needs to work on like giving up yards. He did give up 1,000 yards, so he need to work on that. But my problem is like people be saying Diggs is trash because he gave up 1,000 yards. So like somebody would come in my DM and say Trayvon Diggs is trash, and I tell them, tell me why Trayvon Diggs is trash, because he gave up. They'll tell me because he gave up 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I
I don't
don't
like
think
that
he's
narrative.
trash.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't think
like
he's
that
trash.
narrative. He locked up Mike Evans.
Hmm.
He locked up Keenan Allen. He locked up Terry McLaurin. Now don't say Terry McLaurin is trash because
No,
he
no,
played for
Terry McLaurin's a
Washington.
good player. I like Terry
He's a
McLaurin.
he's a beast. But like
We
everybody
took him
probably say,
over
oh
JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I just want to remind you that we took him over JJ Arcega-Whiteside too. But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
good. We got
But
AJ
like,
Brown.
but if it's us, they'll probably say, oh, he played for Washington. That don't count.
He's
Washington's a
still a
bad
good
team.
receiver.
He's
Hmm.
he's a he's a good receiver.
Hmm.
Like I remember in 2020, Terry McLaurin burnt Trayvon Diggs, and then following year, Trayvon Diggs locked up Terry McLaurin twice in both games.
So did Darius Slay. Darius Slay, the
Yeah,
lockdown. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he does have. I think they were saying that he's got burned a couple times. And to me, Darius Slay hasn't got really burned. I mean, we could talk about DK Metcalf, but that was with Jim Schwartz. But this was his first time with being with Jonathan again, and I saw a different Darius Slay than I saw when we first got him. Because I ain't gonna lie, the first time we saw Darius Slay, even the beginning of the year, I didn't see that production, but he started to come on the lawn, and he's starting being the best player. I think with Jim Schwartz, what a lot of people are comparing, they said with DK Metcalf. Well, DK Metcalf destroys everybody. You know what I'm saying? He's a big physical receiver that, when you call Metcalf, you're not Megatron. I mean, he's going to take it out on you. To me, that was just stupid for Jim Schwartz for saying that. I mean, why the hell out of your mouth that you would say that he's not Megatron? Like the dude is, to
I
me,
remember that game.
like, so I mean, and he did get lit up by Devontae Adams with Aaron Rodgers, but that was Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. You know what I'm saying? But he did manage to shut down Amari Cooper, right? He did manage to shut down. These are the receivers that we face, and he has done his job. When you put Diggs on with Michael Parsons can't get home, he gets cooked. He relies on his instincts to be there, but he can't, like, if a receiver gets by him, he can't rely on his speed to get downfield and knock the ball away. You know what I'm saying? He has to rely on his instincts. And I think he's a little bit like, I'm not saying going to be like Jalen Mills, but he relies on, okay, I see the play, I got to get there fast. But if the play doesn't work like he thinks that it does, he doesn't have the speed to get downfield and stop the receiver from getting past him because he gets cooked. You know what I'm saying? AJ Green's a perfect example. AJ Green just absolutely lit him up. You know what I'm saying? And my problem is, I hope the God that they put him on AJ Brown, because to me, any way you look at it, I don't see how you're going to stop our three receivers. Quez Watkins is another guy that I think people need to worry about because he might benefit all of this from AJ Brown being here. We talk about Devontae Smith, but I think Quez Watkins is a guy who can definitely improve, and he's gotten better. You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to obviously Jalen Hurts' development. And I think he will take a step up because how can you fail with this roster? You got the best receivers, these three. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to take a step up, and I like Quez Watkins. I think Quez Watkins is going to be a shocker because I think people can sleep on him, but I think he's going to be the guy that's going to cook the Cowboys even more because I just don't see how you're going to stop these three. You got Diggs, okay, but who's the other two that's going to cover the other receivers that we got? You know what I'm saying? And now you factor we can always dump it down to Miles Sanders. In his rookie year, he was catching out the backfield. I hope he can continue because this is his contract year. You got Gainwell. Um, so I expect this Eagles team to spread the ball around. How do you think your offense is going to do? Now you do got CeeDee Lamb, but do you think that Jalen Tolbert is going to take a huge step up? And I know I'm asking a lot of questions.
He could, but I don't know what he would look like yet because Jalen Tolbert he haven't played a snap in the NFL. So like
Mm-hmm.
this like a we'll wait and see situation. But I think Jalen Sober will work out for us. I really like Jalen Sober. Like he got good film. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, our wide receiver core is not it's not as good as last year's receiver core, but like we still got a decent receiver core though. Because again, like I said earlier, like CD Lamb have a chip on his shoulder, man. Like he hear people doubting him, man. Like they saying CD Lamb not going to live with a number 88. CD Lamb is not a number one receiver. So
I mean,
I think CD Lamb will make us forget about Amari Cooper. And I'm trying to tell Cowboys fans that I said watch CD Lamb make y'all forget about Amari Cooper.
we talk about a guy that's been productive. I mean, let's be real. Mark Cooper ain't no slouch. I mean, the problem with him is he does get sometimes lazy in the games or he takes stuff out. But I just watch a clip, not really because it don't really count until you play the road games. But he looks good with Deshaun Watson. He was able to catch the ball out of Deshaun Watson, and he might be scary. You know what I'm saying? And he did call. And people don't want to admit it, but he did call Dak Prescott the black version of Kirk Cousins. You know what I'm saying?
That was cat.
So you don't
That was
you think
cat.
it's cap? I don't think so.
Bro,
I
that
don't
was
think
cat,
so.
bro.
Because I thought Adam Schefter, he might have deleted that because Adam Schefter does delete out of tweets, but he retweeted the
Says
same
anything,
thing.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Adam Schefter said it. So I mean, if Adam Schefter said it,
Adam
maybe
Schefter,
that's why
he
Amari,
says
because
anything.
I don't think it might be in the money. I think it's because he called out his quarterback. Listen, when Richard Sherman called out Russell Wilson at one time, he was out of here. Same thing with Earl Thomas. They were out of here. They don't like when you go after their franchise quarterback, especially when he got paid like a franchise quarterback. You can't have a receiver who calls out their quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying maybe that's why Amari Cooper was gone because they only gave up a 6th-round pick to get him. If they thought
I don't see.
he was no.
I don't see Amari Cooper do all that. Like Amari Cooper, he's quiet. Like I be seeing him on the sideline. Like he don't really be interacting.
We thought Alshon Jeffrey was until we heard the reports too from that he was going after Carson Wentz. So you never know how they're in the back with him.
But that's Adam Schefter though. Adam Schefter before Tom Brady retired, before he came out of retirement, Adam Schefter said Tom Brady retired, and
He
Tom
was
Brady
supposed to
didn't
retire.
retire yet. Yeah, and that was cat. And Adam Schefter got a lot of backlash out of that.
Yeah, he retired and he came back.
So, yeah, I don't believe what Adam Schefter said. Adam Schefter is a clown to me, bro.
Yeah, he said we were going after Deshaun Watson too. So I mean,
I don't think Amari Cooper called him the Black Kirk Cousins. But nah,
that'd be funny if he did. I would have laughed. You know what I'm saying?
I know you would.
You know what I'm saying? Because listen, I mean, he does have the same playoff wins as Kirk Cousins. So I mean, it would be funny to say because he is 1-3. You know what I'm saying? As a franchise quarterback, when you get paid that money, you got to win more than a wild card. And to me, you got to get at least to the NFC Championship. And Dak has not done that. When you look at quarterbacks in the league, you look at the even the game managers. Jimmy G went to a Super Bowl. Jimmy G has been to an NFC Championship. He might have not won the Super Bowl, but he's taken his team further to me than Dak. And Jimmy G doesn't have the money like Dak Prescott, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. He doesn't, right?
You don't.
So when you get paid like a quarterback, and that's my problem with what I think Cowboy fans are talking about when they keep on saying, Dak is a great quarterback. Well, how's he a great quarterback? Because great quarterbacks take their team to an NFC Championship. Great quarterbacks, even average quarterbacks, at least take them to the NFC Championship. They might not win it, but they at least are able to go further than what Dak has done in the 7th year. You know what I'm saying? Dak has everything around him. He's always been. Why do you disagree?
I disagree on that because like there are plenty of there are plenty of great quarterbacks that never won a Super Bowl. Like example, Dan Marino is a great quarterback, right?
I knew you
Never
were
won a
going to
Super
say
Bowl.
because the Cowboy fan in my school, my work compared him to that. He said, "Well, Dan Marino, did he win it?"
Randall Cunningham. I know y'all like Randall Cunningham. He was a great quarterback. Never won a Super Bowl.
But Randall Cunningham, at least went to the NFC. Like he went to the NFC Championship, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
So how are you going to compare an NFC Championship quarterback? Because Dan Marino went to an NFC Championship, right?
Did Dan Marino go to an NFC Championship?
I think he did. Did he? If he didn't, then. But Dan Marino's I think he's a way better quarterback than Dak. He is,
He
and I think
is.
he's a way better quarterback than Dak. I think with those weapons that Dan Marino, if Dan Marino, you could bring back prime Dan Marino into the Cowboys offense right now, they'd be Super Bowl contenders every year. They might be able to, sweep the whole division. They might be able to beat. They would definitely beat Jimmy G. I mean, come on, Dan Marino would have won those games. So Dan Marino went to a Super Bowl. Exactly. So I can't compare Dak Prescott to a
Oh, he
Dan
did went to the
Marino
Super
when they
Bowl.
haven't won a Super Bowl or even been to a Super Bowl. Dak has never been to an NFC championship. Dak has never been to a Super Bowl. He's never been to a division. He's never been past a divisional round, right? When I not keep on saying the Cowboys are not us, right? Because y'all talk about your 5 rings, that's fine and great. But what have you done for me since 2000? You're 1-3 in the playoffs, right? You haven't been to an NFC championship since 1996, and this is where you got mad at me because I said this: you have, you think you are us, right? And you could talk about, well, we got 5 rings. We got, if you want to bring up history, that's fine and great. And I hear Cowboy fans about history, but I don't care about what the old dude said back in the 30s, because the old guy came up to me at work and said, back in my old days, I don't care what you did back in the old days. I'm talking about now. You were not the guy back in the 30s. You were old. You know what I'm saying? I'm helping you with your groceries. So let me help you with your groceries. And don't tell me what you did back in the old days. He tell me, oh, I'm back my old days. I was stronger than you. Well, you're not anymore. You're 77 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like with Cowboy fans. They talk about the 5 Super Bowls, but they haven't contributed to being the America's team. America's team is when you actually do something for America. What have you done for America? You've been a choke artist. You've been to on Nickelodeon. They put your ass on Nickelodeon because how trash and embarrassing you were, right?
They
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 put
put
us
they put
on.
the Saints they put the Saints on Nickelodeon when they
Oh,
played the
because they're
Bears in the
embarrassment
playoffs.
too. They are another choke art. They're another team that don't deserve to be on regular TV. But we ain't talking about the Saints because they've been to the playoffs, right? You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys are jokes. They're like the comedy. They're like the people that we get. They're like a team that we get to laugh at, right? Every year we watch them choke and surrender. You know what I'm saying? They're like this bully that talks shit until you whip their asses and they realize they're not this big, bad, tough kid that they thought they were, right? Every year in the regular season, y'all pump your chest. And you do it too in my DMs. You talk that, but when it's
I'm not
playoff
pulling my
time,
chest.
no, you
I
were
said
in your
we'll go.
DMs.
I said we'll go 10-7. I said we'll go 10-7. But
You
when
think
it
this year
comes
you're
to
going ten
playoff
to
time, I
seven?
don't know. Yeah,
You
we
think
can win
10 is
10
standing
games.
this year? Really?
Yeah, we have a decent roster to win 10 games. I mean the Niners didn't really have a great roster and they still went 10-7.
So I wish if you could pull up your schedule because that way we can look at it. Because I want to compare your schedule to mine, but I don't know if I can do it because I would have to upgrade my streaming. I'm not doing all that.
But this
You know what I'm saying?
but this
But
is the thing. This is the thing
but you're
that
going to lose to
gets me.
Tampa Bay. You're going to lose to the Bengals. I already know those are 2 losses. When we have a schedule. We have the Vikings and we have the Lions and the Vikings. I can see those 2 wins because Kirk Cousins does not do good on prime times. Y'all have the
This
Bengals and the Buccaneers. Those are two
this
losses in my opinion.
this is the thing that gets me about you Eagle fans, right?
Okay, talk to me.
So like y'all brag about y'all 1 ring, right? So like
But
I'm
y'all
talking
break
about
back
like,
your 5.
but in franchise history, right? It took 62 years to win y'all first ring, right?
But it
The
takes you
Cowboys
27 years to get back.
the Cowboys been an expansion team 1960, and it took us a decade to win our first Super Bowl,
And it will take
and
you
we have
another
30
decade to win another one. Because you
and we
haven't
have
been back to
35
an NFC championship.
and we have 35 playoff wins. So I still think the Cowboys is still a better franchise than the Eagles. That's just
How?
me.
Hell, let's talk
that's
about
just
that. How? How?
that's just me. That's just
Hell,
me.
we are
And
more we are
since
more we since 2000 we've been to NFC championships back to back, right? With McNabb, right? We have more playoff wins. Y'all can't say you're better franchise because we've been since 2000 we've been to back NFC championships, right? McNabb, he won NFC championship in 2004, right? We went to a Super Bowl that year, right? Since then the only time we haven't been to a playoff win, right, was 2015 with Chip Kelly, correct? We haven't been back since 16 with Carson rookie year. And I think that was part of it because we can make a case if Lane Johnson was healthy, when he didn't get suspended, we could make a case that we could have won the division. I thought Carson Wentz was absolutely better than Dak, and I still thought he was better than Dak in his rookie year because off the fact that I saw him go into Philadelphia and whip the hell out of the so-called elite team that everybody said we were going to lose to the Steelers, and we whooped their behind. You know what I'm saying? I think Dak had a good team around him, right? He had the best running back in the league at that time, Ezekiel Elliott, who hasn't been that dude. You know what I'm saying? But since then, we've been to the playoffs. In 2019, when Dak needed a win, he lost to a practice squad. He lost to Carson Wentz at his worst. Carson Wentz wasn't supposed to be in the playoffs. That was supposed to be y'all year. You can't talk about being better when you haven't won back to back. You haven't been to an NFC championship since 1996. The 90s are fine and great. That's for the 90s. But since then, what have you done for me lately? I don't care like I said, I don't care what the old man says back in my old days. Well, you here today and you're old. I'm the new guy. I'm supposed to be talking. You're supposed to talk to me. What have you done for me lately? You're not stronger than me now. Don't talk to me about what you did in the 30s and the 60s. I don't care about that. I care about what the Cowboys have done lately. They haven't been to an NFC championship since 1996. They haven't been to a divisional round since when Dak got his ass beat. Okay, and Amari Cooper and Marcus Peters got into it, right? And they still found a way to lose. And even though the Rams scored 3 points, the Rams weren't. Let's be real, the Rams weren't all of that because the next year, I believe, because the same year we whooped the hell out of the Rams in the regular season, and we probably would have whooped their asses again after y'all
We beat
beat because you know what I'm
we
saying
beat
in
the we beat the shit
2018
out of the
because
Rams
we
as
would have
well
beat the
too.
Saints, we would have beaten the Rams.
We destroyed the Rams as well too. You talking about 2019?
No, 2018.
Y'all played the Rams.
Y'all
Oh yeah,
lost. Y'all
y'all did
lost to the
play.
Rams. Y'all lost to the
Y'all
Rams in the
did.
division round,
Y'all did play the Rams in 2018. Y'all
and
did
we
beat
whooped
them. I
their
know you talking
behind.
about.
We would have whooped their behind again because we're not
I know.
y'all. Y'all brag about winning championships, but y'all don't do it since the 90s. I'm talking about what have you done for me since 2000? Y'all are nothing. You were like the Lions, in my opinion. The Lions, if they had 5 Super Bowls right now, that's the only thing they can rely on. You were the Lions, you were the Jets. You have not done nothing since the old back in the 90s, right? What have you done for me in 2000? Y'all call yourself America's team, but America's team wins championships. They keep their legacy going. The Kansas City Chiefs are more of America's team. The Eagles are more of America's team. They won a Super Bowl. Our fan base, our young fan base, knows what it's like to physically watch a team with their own eyes, right? And know what it's like to
Yeah,
hold a Lombardi
but
Trophy. I got a hat that's more current than the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? When I can put a DVD, I could put a DVD in right now, not a DVD, but you have to rely on a VCR. I could put a disc that came from that has a Blu-ray that has Eagles winning the championship. I could put like a what do you call it? Is it like a CD? You put like you know what I'm talking about, where you could put the movies in. Like they don't have VCRs anymore. Now you could just put a disc in, right? That's what I have. Y'all can't do that. You do not have the same thing as us. You don't know what it's like to have a current parade because the current parade back in the 90s, y'all had freaking the mullets, the haircuts back in the 90s. You had you had people still listening to Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, Metallica. You know what I'm saying? You have people still listening to Tupac and Biggie. In 2017, we're listening to Meek Mill. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the same genre from the 90s to 2000. Y'all haven't done nothing since 2000. Y'all have been the choke artist back to back. Dez caught this. Dez didn't catch that because Dez took an L at the end. Whether you think Dez caught it or not, it wouldn't matter anyway
he
because Aaron
caught it.
Rodgers would have won. But it
He
wouldn't matter
caught it,
anyway
bro.
because Aaron Rodgers would have came back and beat y'all anyway because you couldn't stop him. But the bottom line is y'all think you are us. You are not us. When we make the playoffs, we kick your whole division out. We don't allow the Cowboys in. We don't allow the Washington in. We don't even allow the Giants in. That's why they were crying when we took Devontae Smith because they thought we should have helped them. Why would she help y'all? Y'all haven't done nothing for us. When you make the
Can I tell you
playoffs,
this
we
though?
make the playoffs too. Go ahead.
Can I tell you this though? Like y'all recently won a Super Bowl.
That we
Great.
witness.
C-
Our fan base
congrat,
knows. Your
congrat,
fan base don't know that.
congratulations. But I still
Congratulations
don't
on your
think
5.
y'all a great franchise. Like
How?
y'all won one because y'all won one Super Bowl and since then y'all haven't been back to the NFC Championship game either. Like to me,
We were in.
y'all are like the
We were.
Saints. I don't
How?
like
The
the
Saints
Saints.
have not been back-to-back playoffs. We are tied with Green Bay in back-to-back playoffs. They haven't been
But
to
the
an NFC
Saints,
Championship
but
yet.
the Saints have one ring just like y'all, and they haven't
But
been
the
back to the
Saints
Super
haven't been
Bowl either.
current. But here's the difference, right? And I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna let you talk, right? The Saints haven't been to playoffs like us. We've been in playoffs after playoffs when our backs against the wall. And that's between you and I. Our teams are different because you don't have the mentality. When your back's against the wall, you go home. You don't get back to what you used to be, and that is getting to the playoffs. When our back's against the wall, we fight and claw. That's how we end up to see y'all in the division round, even though you swept us in 2018. We found a way to get into the playoffs, and we found a way to beat the Bears that everybody said we were going to lose to. Y'all can't brag about us because you're not like us. We have this. We have the mentality of underdogs. When our backs against the wall, we fight and climb and get back to our, the playoffs. When you are in the deep situation, you fold and choke and you go home. So you can't talk about us being a terrible franchise because we've been in the playoffs pretty much every year. The only time we ever been in the
I
playoffs
never
was
say y'all
16.
terrible. I never say y'all a terrible
But I think
franchise,
we're a
but
better
like
franchise than y'all because you
y'all
haven't
not
done that since 2000. Talk to me when
y'all
y'all
not
have
a
been to an NFC Championship game since 2000. Y'all haven't
but
been that.
y'all not a
You
great
haven't gotten
franchise
to.
like y'all think y'all are.
But
You know
how
what I
you a
mean?
great franchise? The only thing you could talk about is your 5 Super Bowls from the 90s. Don't work at our face when you haven't been that team that you call yourself America's team when you haven't been that team. Talk to me about what you have done. What has Dak done? Matter of fact, what has Tony Romo done? Because you've been with different quarterbacks, and yet I hear the exact same thing. Y'all haven't done like y'all talk about your team's a better franchise, but you don't have the facts to prove that you're a better franchise because we have the more playoff wins. We're tied with Green Bay. We're tied with the what? We're tied with Green Bay. Y'all are not even up with us. So how are you going to say you're a better franchise when you don't have the facts to show that? You know what I'm saying? The only thing you can show is your 5 Super Bowls, but you haven't been the back-to-back NFC championships like we do. You don't have enough divisional rounds like we do. We've been in more playoffs currently than the Dallas Cowboys themselves. The Giants have been seeing Brady. We've saw Brady. Y'all haven't saw Brady. You saw Joe Montana, and you saw the Bills quarterback at the time who was what's his name what's his name
Jim
Jim
Kelly.
Kelly. You know what I'm saying? You haven't seen Tom Brady. You haven't seen you know Drew Brees in the divisional rounds. You saw Jared Goff and you saw Jimmy Garoppolo, and you got spanked, and you saw Aaron Rodgers, who spanked y'all. He's your daddy. We know that. You know what I'm saying? You haven't showed that you're America's team. If anything, I think the Patriots are more of America's team, even though I hate that franchise because they have been back to back dynasty since what 2000. You can't claim America's team when you haven't been America's team since the 90s. And that's my issue with Cowboy fans. They talk about they're a better franchise, but yet they can't get to an NFC championship to show that there are that franchise. The Cowboy players right now, they don't know what it's like to win a Super Bowl. Micah Irvin ain't here anymore. Troy Aikman, this ain't the 90s, man. This is the 2022, and it's what have you done for me lately? You can't say you're a better team because we've been in playoffs since the 2000s. Y'all haven't. We won a Super Bowl currently in 2000. It don't matter if it's 1 or 5. The bottom line is we saw our team win it. With my 2 eyes, I saw my team win it. I don't know if you saw your team win it. I don't know if you. I know your young fan base haven't seen a Super Bowl. My young fan base has. My
I
young
mean, I'm young. I'm young
fans,
as well though.
huh?
I'm young as well though. Like I'm
Really?
19, but like this, yeah.
Oh, you
How
19,
would
so
you?
you never seen your team win a championship, bro.
How
You
would
know
you
what I'm
think I
saying? So
was?
you got none. You know what I'm saying? Because I have physically saw my team with my eyes win a championship. You're 19. You don't know what it's like to hold a Lombardi. And I see why you're upset with me because my fan base saw that. Listen, I could pick up a book right now. Listen. I got so many books of Nick Foles. I mean, look at this. Where is it at? I was going to show you everything, but I got books of Nick Foles winning the holding Lombardi. You don't even have Dak Prescott holding that. So until you show me that you're America's team, you can't pump your chest talk about America's team when you haven't done that. And that's my issue. You physically didn't have see a Super Bowl when I have, and I saw my fan base seen that. Your Cowboy fan base hasn't. They talk like they saw it, but they really haven't. And that's my problem. When they say that they are us, they haven't. They're
This
not us. Because when the
this my
back's against the
thing.
wall, who's coming out on top? Us. Talk to
This
me.
my thing. This my thing against y'all Eagle champ.
And this is a good debate
So
too, because I've been waiting for this one. You got me on the right time, man.
so y'all like to talk shit about the Cowboys, right? And say, oh,
Mm-hmm.
y'all lost to the 49ers, y'all lost to the Rams. But my thing is, why can't y'all beat us? I mean, yeah, y'all beat us in this era. Like y'all beat us in 2019. But
Uh-huh.
y'all haven't beat us since 2020. And Ben DiNucci was our quarterback. The last time y'all beat us, Ben
We
DiNucci was
smoked
playing
Ben's
quarterback.
Ben. Hold on. You're not doing
I
this.
said,
We beat Ben DiNucci. We absolutely ripped him apart. Did you
no,
not see the
that's what I
score?
said. That's what I said. I said
Ben DiNucci was trash.
the last time y'all beat us, Ben DiNucci was playing quarterback for us. We
Wait,
blew
you talk
y'all
about
out.
in the regular season game? We beaten Dak in 2019 with practice squads. We beat him in 17.
We beat y'all with Andy Dalton. Blew y'all out with Andy Dalton. Embarrassed
That
y'all.
was that was
And
2019. That was 2020. That was,
2020. And the following year, we swept y'all with Dak Prescott. Like
but you
y'all
didn't
haven't
make that
beaten
into
us.
championship game.
Y'all haven't beaten us since 2020. Y'all haven't beaten us since 2020, and it's almost 2023, bro.
See. This is where I'm gonna go with
Y'all.
now,
That's
right?
why I think we better than y'all. That's the thing. That's
So
why I
because
think
you
we
got
better than
regular
y'all.
season wins,
It's not about regular season wins, bro. I'm only talking about Cowboys versus Eagles. We beat y'all more times than y'all beat us. And you know that.
I think you
That's
beat us
why I
in
think
regular season games, but I'm talking about
that.
playoff wins.
That's why I
It's
think we a
great to
better
win a
franchise than
division.
y'all Eagle champ.
You're greater because you win regular games, but you haven't been to an NFC championship since 1990. You physically have not seen a Super Bowl in your lifetime by the Cowboys. You have physically not seen Dak hold on Lombardi trophy. My quarterback, Nick Foles, the backup, has done more than Dak because he's physically holding the Lombardi trophy. You're 19 years old and you still have to rely on the 5 Super Bowls that you have to go back on YouTube and watch. You can't sit there and say, yo, I physically saw my team win a Super Bowl, man. It was beautiful. You can't say that. So you can't talk about the 5. So you right now, I look at you as Detroit. You should be looked at as a Detroit Lion fan. Because if you don't know what a Super Bowl is like, how you going to talk to me about success? You never seen your team win a championship. I have. The old people know what it's like to win a Super because they were back in the 90s. Your young fan base don't have that. Your young fan base don't know what it's like to win a championship. Don't know what it's like to hold a Lombardi. That is the problem with you Cowboy fans. Y'all talk like you're us, but you're not us. It don't matter you do. Yes, Dak has regular wins, but he's 1-3 in the playoffs. He has not been to an NFC championship. He probably will never will. Because let's be real, he reminds me of Kirk Cousins. He does not win when the pressure's on him. He folds. That is Kirk Cousins. You know what I'm saying? You haven't
I
been
think
to
Dak
it
is like 7-3. I think Dak is like 7-3 against y'all. I mean, that's
in the
my
regular
thing.
season.
Like
I'm
y'all
talking about
say
playoff
Dak,
wins, but he wasn't. He was the 7-3 when he reversed us in 19 for the divisional round. For the
y'all
division, was he?
say y'all say
Was he?
Dak is
Was he?
trash, but why can't y'all beat him? Why can't y'all beat
We
him?
did beat him in 19 for the division, and
But he
we beat him in
beats y'all
17.
more
What are you
times than
talking
y'all
about?
beat him. He still beats y'all more times than he still beats y'all more times than y'all beat him though.
How is that? All
Again,
right, let's break that down.
seven
Let's
and three.
let's let. No, that's not 7-3 because if you
Let's
beat
break it
us
down. Let's break it
in
down.
how many times do you beat us? You beat us in 18. You beat us in
We beat
16.
we beat y'all twice in 18. Now let's go
18.
back
Yeah.
where when it was rookies.
16.
So
16.
we split in
You beat us in
2016.
16. You lost at 17. 17. We beat y'all.
We
You know what I'm
split in
saying?
26. We split in 2016 and we split in 2017.
Hmm.
So
But we
Dak beat
still
the
beat
Eagles for the
Dak
first time.
Prescott. We still
That's
beat Dak
one to
Prescott in
know.
17. So you can't. You got to cross out 17 because we beat Dak Prescott that year.
The second time we played y'all 16, y'all beat us. So that makes that 1-1 against the
It
Eagles.
was. I don't even count that because really it was a meaningless game. You when you were putting your starters out there.
It was, but like you know what I mean. In 20,
But 17 it did
2017,
mean a lot because we went in
2017
the
y'all
Jerry
beat
World and we whooped your asses.
2017 y'all beat us. So that
Hmm.
makes
And we won a
so
Super Bowl that year.
that'll make that 1-2 against the Eagles. Then we split,
Hmm.
so that's 2-2. 2018, we swept y'all. Made that 4-2 against y'all.
I will say this, you know, I'll say this. Even though I thought the refs were terrible in that game, and I thought you did, Rob, I'll give you that one because I'm not like Cowboys fans. I don't blame the refs. But let's be real,
2019,
that ball was recovered by Jenkins. That should have never. But I'll give you that one. You did sweep us that game, you know, and I still remember because
20,
my teachers were Cowboy fans, you know,
20,
and I didn't go to school
2019,
for a week.
2019, the first
2019, we
game,
beat y'all for the division. Dak didn't win the
we blew
division.
y'all out. We blew y'all out the first game, so that made
But
that
then the
five
last
and two.
game,
We blew y'all out.
but here's the thing. Y'all blew
Then
us
the
out,
last
but
game,
then
y'all
what
beat
happened in the
us.
last game? What happened in the last game in 19?
Y'all beat us. I'll give y'all that. Y'all beat us in the last game.
We beat y'all. We beat y'all for the division.
Y'all did. I'll give y'all that. Y'all did. So that made that 5-3. 2020,
Okay.
Dak got hurt.
Dak wasn't there, so you can't count that one.
I
Any
know
don't
I can't.
count because it wasn't Dak.
I know. So that
Okay.
got hurt. That didn't play in 2020, obviously. And
Mm-hmm.
2021, he swept y'all. So that's 7-3.
And here's my problem. You can't say swept because we had two different quarterbacks, right? Because I think Jalen Hurts, if he had his full experience, I think he could have beat Dak because he was going toe to toe with 2021. No, 2021. Yeah, you did beat us. You did beat
We
us.
blew y'all out the first game.
And we should have played the Stars because I wish we played the Stars because we would have beat y'all in the last game. Y'all weren't good. You barely could score more than 30 points in that game, in the last game. Dak barely could have beaten our second stringers. I mean, we used our
it's
second
still a sweep though.
stringers. Yeah, but
It's still a sweep though.
really, when you look at it, Dak couldn't really blow us out because a blowout is when it's not even close. We were literally making Dak Prescott going 3-and-out into
What you
probably
mean?
the second half.
We put up 51 points on y'all. The score
You
was
put it in the third and
51-26.
fourth quarter, but in the first and second, we had Dak by his heels. We were
Still a
pressuring him.
blowout
Milton
though.
Williams had at least 2 sacks in the game. And we did pick off Dak, I think, a couple times in that game. And we were able to run the ball on so-called your elite defense. You know, so you had your starters out. You had your starters in. We didn't have Devontae Smith was only there because of for the fact that he wanted to get the season rookie rookie yards to get past, like I think what Deshaun Jackson had in his to get past to beat his rookie season, Deshaun Jackson rookie season yards. That's the only reason why he was there. But you had your starters out. You had Diggs out there, right? I mean, I think you did.
I
You
did.
had
Diggs wasn't playing.
he wasn't.
Playing.
But what I'm trying to say is you had your starters
Michael
out.
Parsons
Your
wasn't playing
defense,
either.
but Tank Lawrence was there. So was Randy Gregory. I know one of your
Randy Gregory was
linebackers was
playing?
out there. Yeah, Randy Gregory was playing. We
Michael
didn't have
Parsons
Brandon
wasn't
Graham
playing.
out there. If we had Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox in the game, I promise you it would have been a totally different game. Not only that, we had Quez Watkins and we had a bunch of running backs that weren't even on this team at the time. They're on the practice squad. So when you talk about sweeping us, how are you going to talk about sweeping us? Because I don't count that as a sweep. I count it as you beat a bad practice squad team. Because really, to be honest, that was a practice squad team. We had a second strings and a third stringers in the game. We didn't have our starters. If you had Devontae Smith in fully playing the whole game, and you had Jalen Hurts, Dallas Goedert, and I thought we should have played the starters, and our whole defense out there, it would have been a totally different game. You probably would have lost that game. And that's why I like how Cowboy fans say, well, we swept y'all. But you played the second stringers, and Dak couldn't even score more than 30. I watched that game. He barely scored because I made a live stream after the game. You barely scored 30 points into probably the third and fourth. You start adding on. But we were keep making Dak, he was throwing some bad balls. I mean, he missed some receivers wide open. We were getting to Dak. You know what I'm saying? He really wasn't blowing us out into the third and fourth where we just gave up. Because really, to be honest, we had nothing to play
for. He threw for like 5 touchdowns, right?
But into the third and fourth quarter, he wasn't doing all game. You're acting like Dak was blowing us out every single time he had the ball in his hand. That wasn't the case. Into the first and second, he wasn't doing that much damage. Into the third and fourth, he started adding on. You know what I'm saying? Your defense, we were able to run the ball on him. Quez Watkins had a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Our third string running backs had a touchdown, right? I believe Miles Sanders wasn't in the game. We had a third string running backs. What's that running back that we had? Jason Huntley had a touchdown. So your so-called elite defense, because you had every defense out there. You know what I'm saying? You had your defense. The only thing you didn't have was Diggs and Parsons, but we had most of your starters out in that game. You know, we were resting them for the playoffs. Y'all were playing your starters because you felt like that you needed that the momentum to the playoffs. We didn't have our starters out there, so I can't count as a sweep because we didn't have our starters out. Jalen Hurts wasn't playing; it was Minshew. You know what I'm saying? I think Jalen Hurts would have won that game because I think he was coming along. If you look at his last 4 games, he was coming along. He was getting better. So I thought it would have been a different game. We played the starters.
In my opinion, in the second game, if y'all would have played y'all starters, y'all would have played us tough. But I still don't think it would be enough to beat us though. It would probably be like a
Really,
close game. We,
really.
we would probably we probably would have beat y'all by like 10, maybe 31-21,
I
something
think we
like
would have
that.
blew you out. I don't think you would blew us out, but I think it would have been closer than you thought it would have been. Because we were listen, we in the
We
last
still would have
40
swept y'all.
games. I don't know about that one. I think we would have beat y'all. I think we should have played the starters. You know what I'm saying? But I don't count that as a sweep because in order to sweep someone, you have to have. To me, it has to be like I look at. I didn't even count Carson Wentz when we beat y'all in 16 because you didn't have your starters out there. You know what I'm saying? You had your starters in 19. So that's why I said we beat y'all in 19. That's why I added because Dak had his full roster out there, which is crazy because I hear people say he's better than the Carson Wentz at the time, but Carson Wentz had Greg Ward Jr., he had Boston Scott, right? And he had what, third string receivers. Dak had Amari Cooper, he had CD Lamb, and he magically only scored what, 6 points, 3 points
We
in that
scored
game.
we scored
And we
9.
didn't have our starters out there. Y'all had your full starters out there, and you beat a bunch of practice squad. It's totally different than you think, but it is what it is.
I want to talk about your quarterback. So
I want to talk
so
about
y'all
yours too.
so y'all saying Jalen. So y'all saying y'all wide receivers, y'all wide receiver core going to be great. They're going to destroy
Mm.
everybody. Is Jalen Hurts going to get them the ball? That's my
Jalen
thing
Hurts
with
has
y'all.
Jalen Hurts. See, here's the
He
problem
don't
with you.
have an
See,
arm. He
see,
don't have an arm, man.
how doesn't he? Hold on, hold on,
He
hold
don't.
on, hold on. Time out, because I hear that a lot. And I'm gonna say this: Jalen Hurts, his problem is not arm strength; it's his accuracy, right? When I watch Jalen Hurts, right, some of those balls that we love to say he don't have an arm. We want to make it like he has Tim Tebow. Have you watched Tim Tebow throw? It is nothing like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is way better armed than Tim Tebow. All right, I want to make it perfectly clear for these delusional Eagle fans who just hate, because a lot of people hate Jalen Hurts because he replaced poor Carson Wentz, right? Carson Wentz was the going boy. He ain't here anymore, right? Jalen Hurts has an arm. The problem is his accuracy, his reading defense. That all young quarterbacks are not going to be Mahomes, and that's what a lot of Eagle fans think he should be. Is Patrick Mahomes, because a lot of Eagle fans were telling me, well, he can't read the defense. Well, a lot of quarterbacks who are in this, who's a second rounder, can't read defense. That's something you have to learn. I think Jalen Hurts is going to take a step up because I think he has. This is his full. Let's be real. This is his first time he's going to have a full coaching staff, the same players, pretty much the same everything he had last year. We have not seen that ever with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has always had different coaches. He always had different schemes. He never had the same coaches, the same scheme that he's used to having. You know what I'm saying? So Nick Sirianni's back. They still have the same coaches. They still got the same offensive coordinator. The only thing different is we got different pieces who, to me, AJ Brown knows Jalen Hurts because he is his best friend. I mean, AJ Brown goes to dinners with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts goes to his weddings. Hell, Jalen Hurts went to Disney with AJ Brown. So Jalen Hurts is like family member to him. They have thrown the football with each other. So AJ Brown knows him personally. That's why I think the trade happened because of the personal relationship with AJ and Jalen Hurts. You have him. Devontae Smith. We also got to count Devontae Smith is coming back. He had, to me, was very, very impressive in his rookie year. Because I think Jalen Hurts, when you look at his film, Javonte Smith could have had more yards. In my opinion, he could have been up with Jamar Chase in yards. Because if you look at the accuracy that Jalen Hurts he was missing a lot of times to Devontae Smith. And I don't think the Eagles used Devontae Smith as the number one guy. Devontae Smith should have been more in the game than what they use, because they use, in my opinion, and a lot of Eagle fans, contrary opinion, because I watch them too. They use Jalen. When you look at the film, they use Jalen Rager as the number one guy when they should have used Devontae Smith as that guy. And I think now they're going to use. They should. I think, in my opinion, they're going to use AJ Brown as the number two. They're going to use Devontae Smith as the number one because I think Devontae Smith always been the number one. And I think with AJ Brown coming, that's going to open up for Devontae Smith. That's going to open for guys like Quez Watkins. You also got to understand that we can use the guys out the backfield, like Miles Sanders, who in his rookie year had more catches out the backfield. I expect them to work on that. You got Kenny Gainwell, who to me is underrated, who can get out the backfield and make some catches. Dallas Goedert's still a threat. Those are going to open a lot for him. So Jalen Hurts has a lot of weapons. I think Jalen Hurts is going to get better his accuracy. His problem is not arm. His problem is his accuracy, because people talk about how he overthrows receivers. Well, if he don't have an arm, he's not overthrowing receivers. He's throwing balls in the dirt. Lamar Jackson, let me be real, perfect clear. Lamar Jackson has no arm, because when you looked at his film, he doesn't have an arm, in my opinion. That's why I have people tell me, well, why are you saying Lamar Jackson trash? Because he only can use his legs. Why do you think he didn't play in the playoffs? Because he had a sprained ankle. What quarterback is not in the playoffs with a sprained ankle? Because I don't see any quarterback that doesn't play in the playoffs with just a sprained ankle. And he had a sprained ankle and didn't play. And plus, when you watch the game in the playoffs, he couldn't read the defense, and he had trouble throwing in the pocket. He has to use his running game. That's why I say he's a running back. Jalen Hurts, we've seen in the pocket. He's able to throw the ball. His problem is his accuracy, his timing, and reading the defense. So when people say he doesn't have an arm, that's false. They're just hating the fact that the kid replaced poor Carson Wentz, because I like Carson Wentz. I used to. But Jalen Hurts, to me, you cannot get worse than what you were last year, because Jalen Hurts, to me, showed that he can get better. We've seen him get better, and I think he's going to take a step up. Listen, I have him as the MVP candidate this year, because I think all these weapons, you saw with Dak with Amari Cooper, he gotten better from what he was because just with a number one receiver. Now you add A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, and you still got Quez Watkins, who people don't mention the fact that he still can get downfield. So you have Zach Pascal you bring, and Nick Sirianni guy who Nick Sirianni loves. So we do got enough weapons. And you also got Greg Wood you brought back. I think Jalen Hurts is going to take a huge step, and I think his accuracy will get better, and I think he will be on point this year. I mean, you can't get worse than last year. That's all I'm going to say.
If Jalen Hurts don't get his weapons the ball, because he had everything around him. And
what, last year?
I'm talking about this upcoming season.
Oh, if he don't work out this year, he's out of here. I mean, we have 2 first-round picks for a reason. He's out of here. I mean, yeah, I know. Listen, Jalen Hurts knows that. This kid has been to most pressure. Listen, if this guy nothing faces this kid, right? And if Jalen Hurts don't work out, listen, we got 2 first-round picks. We're probably drafting a quarterback next year, or we might trade him. But I look at Jalen Hurts' playoffs. Everyone wants to talk about playoffs, but why are they not talking about Kyler Murray's playoff loss? Excuse me. Because to me, he's worse than Jalen Hurts. There should be questions about Kyler Murray too. He's a first-round pick. He still can't get past he's another one who to me is a 1-read quarterback. People want to talk about Jalen Hurts because he's on the Eagles. If Jalen Hurts was on the Giants, the Dallas Cowboys, hell, if he was on another team, they wouldn't be talking about Jalen Hurts the way they are, because he's on the Eagles. And because he's a second rounder, they're not going to focus on the fact that, hey, let's worry about the weapons. No, they're going to focus on Jalen Hurts because he's a second rounder, and he replaced, listen, they fired a Super Bowl head coach. They traded a quarterback that a lot of people thought could get back to MVP, Carson Wentz, who hasn't been back since 17. All right. And to me, they brought a kid who a lot of people don't like. I mean, I like him. I think the kid is special. I think this kid, when you watch him, he has a lot of issues. All quarterbacks have it. He's a quarterback that's a project. But when you watched him, he has gotten better each and every game. The Washington game showed me he can stay in the pocket because he was able to read his reads. That showed me he wasn't a 1-read quarterback. So when I look into the season, there's no way he can fail. I mean, if he fails, he's out of here. You know what I'm saying? But let me ask you a question, and I want to say this. Cowboy fans say, well, Dak doesn't have the most pressure. Well, Dak might have that, because if Dak Prescott goes in his 8th season next year, right, and they're still wondering if he can win, because he's in the 7th year this year. If he doesn't make the playoffs or an NFC championship this year, when does Jerry Jones say, you know what, this guy ain't working? Because we've seen quarterbacks who people thought it was impossible to get rid of Carson Wentz's contract. He was out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he got the money. But there's quarterbacks who they thought could not get rid of, and they found a way to get rid of him. Do you see Dak Prescott be in jeopardy of his job. And why do you or why do you not?
I mean,
And I know it's a lot of
but yeah,
information. I talk a lot. I'm sorry about that.
yeah, there is pressure on Dak Prescott because like the narrative is he can't win without weapons. So this year is a big test for Dak Prescott. So like yeah, his career with the Cowboys could be in jeopardy. I don't want it. I don't want it to be. I want Dak Prescott to win with us.
Me too. I hope you keep that Prescott because you will never win an NFC championship with him. So I mean, I
Yeah,
hope you
I hope
spend
y'all
him.
I hope y'all extend Jalen Hurts then. But
Hey, if he has an arm, you better hope we don't stand him. Because if he works, listen, if Jalen Hurts gets better with his accuracy, you know how special that offense is going to be. Like just even a little bit more, if he gets better with his accuracy, y'all in trouble. And I'm gonna be real with you. I have us sweeping the whole division because I believe in Jalen Hurts. That's just me, right? I'm the same guy who said we were going to beat the Falcons. You remember having people call me clown for that one, you know. And listen, last year I thought we were going to get better. I thought we were going to be this team. I think this year is the team that we're going to see because I think with year two of Nick Sonic coming back, right? Now I'm gonna let you talk because I interrupt you a little bit, my fault. But year
are
two
you
with Nick
good?
Sonic coming back, a year two with Jalen Hurts in the same system, who to me last year I thought Jalen Hurts, to me, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but he was pretty much in his rookie year. This was the first time he started a full season, right? When we played y'all, Jalen Hurts was just coming off what? This was pretty much was his first game was what? The Saints game, right? So this was his third game started. So and he did go toe to toe with Andy Dalton. You know what I'm saying? He might not have won it, but to me, I don't put that on Jalen Hurts. I put that on more of a defense because we could have definitely won that Cowboys game. It was close than what we thought. It was just our defense was trash that game. But I think Jalen Hurts coming back in the same scheme with better weapons, with a young coach coming the second year. Remember, last time we had his year two head coach, we won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Nick Sirianni is going to be like what Doug Peterson is because I like Doug Peterson. You know what I'm saying? But I think Nick Sirianni is going to be better than Doug Peterson in his second year. I think he's going to give us a chance to win a Super Bowl. And I think with all that talent, I don't see how you fail. I think Jalen Hurts is going to take that, all that criticism, all that, he's going to throw it all away. He's going to put his game and everything that he worked on to the test. And I think he's going to show up this year. I have him as an MVP candidate, and I have him doing a lot of damage in the league because I think this kid is all that. I really do. I like this kid. He has everything you want. The problem is people don't like is the fact that he's a quarterback that a lot of people talk about. Well, he got benched in Alabama. Okay, but if he comes out in the NFL and he shows he could be a capable quarterback and he can stay in the pocket and he's able to deliver and he's not able just to run and he's able to throw with accuracy, he can be a great quarterback and he can be one of the best, in my opinion, in Eagles history. I think he can pass Carson Wentz and I definitely think he can pass McNabb because I like McNabb, but I think Jalen Hurts just has that ceiling that, I mean, he's special. There's no, listen, the Eagles don't draft Jalen Hurts in the second round unless they think this kid is special. So I believe in Jalen Hurts. I think he could do it. And if he doesn't, listen, we got 2 first-round picks next year. Y'all don't have 2 first-round picks next year. So if Dak Prescott chokes, you were pretty much stuck with him. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you can do is hope that Dak Prescott could get to the NFC Championship game, right? If Jalen Hurts don't work out, we got 2 first-round picks where we can replace him. Y'all don't have that. You know what I'm saying? You have Stephen Jones, who's more cheaper, in my opinion, than Howie Roseman. Now, I hate Howie Roseman, but he's done great things this year.
You can't
Talk to me
stand
about,
Steven, bro. We call him Cat Boy.
you call him Catboy? Uh, so Catboy, I
Call
mean,
Steven
Catboy
Jones Cat
stuck with,
Boy.
yeah, well, he was Catboy when he allowed Randy Gregory to walk after he said he was going to drug test him if he gets caught. He should have never said that. He should have stopped running his mouth because I think that the reason why he left was because he put it in the clause if you get
But that
suspended for
but back to
drugs.
Dak
I mean,
Prescott.
yeah, let's go back to that. I was off topic a little bit. I'm
But back to
excited for
Dak
this year.
Prescott. So like
Mm-hmm.
so I'll give Dak like 3 more years. So like but if he don't like win us a chip or don't do well, then yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I have to face it. Like he's not the guy. I had to face it. But I hope,
So it's,
but I hope he
mhm.
win us. I hope he win us a chip though. Like I like that.
Well,
But
you gotta like him. He's on your team.
yeah, but like yeah, man, like we paid you all this money, and you gotta win us a chip, man. So like, so that's
Mm.
what it is with Daxon. But I still think he's a really good quarterback. Like I'm not gonna act like just because he loses in the playoffs, he's garbage. Like no, I hate when people do that.
So in the
But
seventh year, right? Hmm.
yeah. But back
So
back to your
mhm.
quarterback. Your quarterback, he runs more than he pass. Like running quarterbacks, they usually don't work out in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't consider Jalen Hurts as a running quarterback. Maybe Lamar Jackson's a running quarterback, but when I look at Jalen Hurts, he reminds me a lot like the quarterbacks. I'm not saying that he's gonna be that, but a lot like Mahomes, the Wilsons. To me, if you want to look at that, they might be more. They run too. I think it's because that before we got better with that offensive line. Because if you remember, right, Jalen Hurts, it takes because you're used to being in college. It takes a while for you to translate. But if you remember, right, in the last few games, he was starting to be in a little bit more in the pocket. And he was starting to be able to trust his arm a lot more. So I expect him to stay in the pocket more. You know what I'm saying? We can even put Dak Prescott in his rookie year. He started running a lot more than throwing. You know what I'm saying? He started doing that in his second year. He started getting better, and now look at him. He's in the pocket. So it takes a while from a court because you're used to in college. You're able to run, and because defense are not, they're not 325, 425s. They're not these big pound defense men are going to crush you if you run. These are college kids. So you go from that to the pros, it's a lot different. I understand. But I think Jalen Hurts is going to maintain. My problem is Jackson is seventh year. You think he's going to get 3 more years? Maybe, I guess so. But I think that they're not going to wait for Dak Prescott to see if he can do it. I think Debo Samuel, and I said it before. When I saw your stories today. You said Debo Samuel. I think he might be a Cowboy. I have him being traded in the deadline to Dallas. That was when Amari Cooper got traded to
Oh
Dallas. You
no, oh no,
remember?
no, no. I didn't.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't say. I didn't say I think he'll be a Cowboy. It was this. It was this bullshit post that
But
somebody
I
posted.
think it can happen because I think if CeeDee Lamb does not work out and Dak struggles, I by trade deadline I can see a Mark Cooper situation happening again when they get desperate. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, if you're struggling and Dak cannot win with these receivers, you already paid him a lot of money. You can't get rid of them. So you see a receiver like Debo Samuel who wants out, right? You got AJ Brown does good for the Eagles. They might look at and say, well, he's doing good with AJ Brown. Let's go and see what Debo Samuel does for Dak. We saw what Amari Cooper did for Dak. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I can see that because Debo Samuel would be perfect for Dallas. Now he doesn't want to be the guy that can do the wild, what he did in San Francisco. He wants to be a pure receiver, which I think if he went to Dallas, he would be a perfect situation. He is a guy who can burn us, and with him and CeeDee Lamb, that could be a deadly combat. I just don't see you as a threat right now. Now, if you add Debo Samuel, that's going to be tough
Man,
now
we definitely a
because
threat.
now you might give us fits with a
I'll probably be
cornerback.
that annoying Cowboy fan.
Yeah, you
If
would.
we
You'd
get
be in my
if you
DM
was a good
talking
Debo
about like
Samuel,
what is
yeah,
that? What is y'all talking about sweeping again? You want to
I'll
make that bet again?
I'll
You
be
know what I'm saying?
unbearable. I'll be unbearable. But like right now,
Oh, I know you
I don't
will.
believe we get him right now. Cause like what I posted today, like somebody posted a picture of him at a Mavs game, linking with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. They saying we're gonna get Debo Samuel because he was at a
I
Mavs
mean, I
game.
mean,
Like,
look when we got
like
AJ
I don't.
Brown. They were posting pics of Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. It happened, right? So maybe it does happen
Yeah,
for the Cowboys because the Cowboys, I don't think they believe in CeeDee Lamb like you think they do. I
I,
think they
I'm just
really.
saying like I'm just saying like I'm not gonna believe it till it's true, till it's official. Like if I see
Mhm.
Bleacher Report or NFL, the official NFL page say Debo Samuel signs with the Cowboys, then yeah,
Or
I'll
trade. You
believe
have to
it.
trade for him. You have to trade for him. Anyone's get
Yeah,
paid, and I don't know if you have that cap space to
yeah.
do that. I don't know what your cap space
But
is like.
but like boy, if he was to get Debo Samuel, bro, drinking all the
That
Kool
would be good.
Aid.
Listen, I'm not biased. That would be a good freaking piece for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because he is that guy who I think can be that number one. I like Debo Samuel. I do. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my guys that I would have loved to trade. If we didn't get AJ Brown, that would have been the guy I wanted. You know, it's AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, or Debo Samuel. You know, so if you get Debo Samuel, to me now you just close the Eagles gap a little bit more because it's like, oh yeah, you got two corners. Well, let's see what Bradbury is at number two because now you can put CeeDee Lamb back on number two. And to me, that would be scary because, you know, he's going to be the number one. I want him to be number one because if he goes back to number two, you got Debo at number one, you know, you create little fits, you know, and now you could talk about do we have the best receiver core? Because if you add Debo Samuel to the Dallas, you got Michael Gallup coming back. You know, he might take a while, but now you got Debo and CeeDee Lamb. You know, maybe the media start paying attention to y'all, which I hope they do because I don't like when the media pay attention to us a lot because then we stink, you know. When
I'm
we got
glad. I'm
Deshaun
glad the media
Jackson.
not. I'm glad the media not paying attention to the Cowboys.
Well, they shouldn't. I mean,
Like,
y'all have done nothing. I'm glad they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
because
I just don't
when the
like when they put it
Cowboys
all attention on us.
when the Cowboys don't get the attention and everybody down them, the Cowboys usually play well. Like I remember in 2018 when we played the Saints, everybody was saying the Saints going to blow us out, and we
Mhm.
ended up beating the Saints. And
Yeah,
2020, everybody said the Steelers was going to blow us out. We didn't beat the Steelers, but we played the Steelers tough with Gary Gilbert. So the
y'all should have beat the
Cowboys usually play
Steelers.
well when the Cowboys usually play well when they get doubted.
Shit. Listen. If I talk all my shit and we come out and we been trashed this year, I'm still gonna talk my shit on YouTube, but you get to clown me, all right? So you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
any way you look at it, I'm gonna be a clown no matter what because I'm hyping my team. Eagle fans call me a clown. You know, they say they don't own me. The fan base don't own me. It is what it is. I talk my shit. I'm confident in my team. That's how fan base should be. You know what I'm saying? So, but
But y'all
I
get on
believe this
us for
team
being
is special.
confident though.
No, but
But
I
y'all
get
get
on
on.
y'all when you pump your chest and you talk about Super Bowls every year, and then when you get smacked, you talk about we're gonna win another one, right? You know what I'm saying? Every year with y'all, or you win a division, you
I
pump
don't
your
be like that.
chest. No, but you talk about you winning divisions every year. You know what I'm saying? Divisions are great, but if you don't get past an NFC championship, I come on, man. Like I don't care about division. Let the Eagles have the division. I care about winning the championship. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm in a division, I'm not letting the Eagles win the playoff games. I want to eliminate y'all. But you find a way to get us into the playoffs. You know, even with Nick Foles, you should have buried us by then. You know what I'm saying? We should have had no idea how to get into the playoffs. There should have been no room for us to get in the playoffs. But yet we were able to do it because, Nick Foles saved us and came back. We thank you to the Vikings, for losing to the Bears. We were able to sneak into the playoffs, I believe, right? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we were able to beat the Bears.
Yeah.
That was the double
I'm
doink, and we
biased.
are able to get to the Saints. We lost that game. Alshon Jeffrey dropped it.
I got lucky. Y'all got lucky on that Bears game. But like to be
Yeah, we would have went
unbiased,
further than y'all.
yeah, y'all did get better. Y'all did get better, but like I still don't think y'all gonna sweep us though. Like we'll probably lose to y'all in Philly. But like y'all not beating
We're
us on
sweeping
Christmas
y'all
Eve
this
though.
year.
We're not
Listen,
gonna let
listen.
y'all beat us on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's gonna be the best part because I think we're gonna sweep you on Christmas Eve. I want to make the Cowboys miserable on Christmas Eve. Sweet baby. You know
Y'all
what I'm
ain't
saying?
beating us on
Let's.
Christmas Eve.
I want to see your face.
Cowboys
I
still
might
could
have. Huh?
we can still sweep y'all though. We can still sweep
No,
y'all
I want to
though.
make your Christmas miserable. I want you to be mad on Christmas Eve. You know what I'm saying? I like the Cowboys' pain. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to be happy on Christmas Eve. I want us to be happy. We deserve to be happy on Christmas Eve. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't deserve to be happy on Christmas Eve. I want you to stay miserable. You know what I'm saying? I want Stephen Smith. I want to turn on Stephen A. Smith and watch y'all cry as he says the same shit over and over again. You know, even though I think Stephen A. Smith's a clown, but I love him when he
But
roasts our
we
team.
if we
You know what I'm
beat y'all,
saying?
if we beat y'all on Christmas Eve, y'all gonna be miserable, and then we gonna be clowning
You beat us
y'all.
on Christmas Eve. Oh
I
yeah,
said
you did.
if we beat y'all on Christmas Eve, y'all gonna be miserable, and we gonna be clowning
If
y'all.
Hey, you never know. We might sweep you all this year. Listen. I'm confident in my team this year, man. I think we're going to sweep the whole division. The Giants, we already know we're sweeping them. They're trash, bro. I don't know why they opened their mouths. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they had a good draft either. They did talk about the
But
Eagles and the Giants have a good draft. They
Giants,
had one good
Commanders,
round.
the Giants and
They didn't have.
Commanders, they irrelevant. This is gonna be between the Cowboys and Eagles, bro.
I mean, I have the Commanders in second place, y'all in third. But if you want to
They're
talk
gonna be
about that, we
trash.
can. You think so?
They're gonna be trash. They don't believe in Carson Wentz.
Yeah, they
Carson
did
Wentz gonna
draft a
stink up the
quarterback.
joint.
He might beat y'all. He might beat
Nah,
Dak.
we gonna sweep the Commanders, bro.
You think so?
I yeah,
Uh,
I ain't worried about the Commanders. But we'll split with Shaw though. Like y'all probably beat us in Philly and we'll beat y'all on Christmas Eve in Dallas.
Man, if we lose you on Christmas Eve, I'm gonna be sad ass Eagle fan on Christmas Eve. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna
And
lie
I'm
to
gonna be
you
trolling
because
your ass.
I know you will be. So that'll even make it worse. That's like the Grinch stealing
me
Christmas, dude. I don't want y'all to. You're like
me
the Grinch
me
that steals
boys.
Christmas, dude.
Me boys for life, and then we're gonna be pulling up.
Yeah, you'll be on his stream trolling me. Every video of me talking about Sweet the Cops, you'll be saying, "Hey, you remember when he did that? You little stupid Eagle fan with the glasses said that. Yeah, look at him now." And just me put my head down, go like, "Fucking hate this team." I'll be like, "Nah,
I'm
man,
on
keep the same energy. You're trash." You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how it is. Listen, I mean,
I'm gonna be on Lord Brunson. I'm gonna be on Lord Brunson ass too. He's talking shit too. I'm gonna be on his ass
you can
too.
DM him. Like, listen, I DM him all the time, but Lil Brunson's cool, but I have different opinions of Lil Brunson. Lil Brunson's cool, but listen, he thinks we're just going. Listen. Some of the things he be saying are not crazy. Some of the things that he says I don't agree, but equal content creators, they're different. I love them. Some of them are cool. Some of them are no homo. Pause. No, not loving, and but like some of the Eagle fans are cool. Some of them, you're always going to disagree, agree. But when it comes to game time, we always bleed green. You can't deny that. But I think we're going to sweep you on Christmas Eve, and I'm going to tell you why. I think by then we're going to be so good, y'all ain't going to have a chance to stop. By then they're going to have questions: is Dak going to be the dude? Because they might be able, Debo Samuel might be a Dallas Cowboy by then, but they're going to be questions: is Dak going to be able to come back? And I think we're going to beat y'all on Christmas Eve. I don't want to lose to y'all on Christmas Eve. I'd rather lose in Philadelphia and beat y'all on Christmas Eve. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want Cowboy fans to be happy on Christmas Eve because then they have to talk. I want them to be silent. You know what I'm saying? I want to open my presents on Christmas Eve and know the Eagles whip the Cowboys behind. I don't want it to be that, a sad Christmas Eve. That's like the Grinch stealing Christmas. Y'all the Grinch coming in stealing Christmas. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be a happy Christmas Eve of us beating y'all, making y'all miserable. Stephen A. Smith the next morning talking about how you're an accident waiting to happen. I love it. And Skip Bayless being angry and shit, throwing attention on Undisputed. And Lord Bronson obviously talking
We
this shit.
don't
I got, you know,
we
Bush for
don't
life
claim
obviously
Skip.
not being here. Huh?
We don't claim Skip.
You don't claim Skip?
We don't claim him.
That's all right. He didn't claim
Skip is a
y'all. He
clown.
picked the Eagles to win the division this year, baby.
Yeah, bro. He a clown, bro. But
Cowgirls
bro,
lost
it
Gregory,
be
Wilson, Collins. They lost. Yeah, they did lose Collins. I don't know how you feel about that one. What do you think of Leo Collins going to the Bengals?
good for Lyle Collins. I mean, I'll go. He not a cowboy. He in another uniform.
He going to a Super
I
Bowl
want to
before
see.
y'all.
I want to see what my guys can do.
You mean the
But
offensive line that has more penalties in college than the regular offensive line in the draft? You mean him?
y'all sleeping on him. Y'all sleeping on him.
No, I think he's trash. I
Why?
think he's
Because
horrible. I can't
why?
wait
Because
for
he's
Fletcher
unknown.
Cox to go. No, because I can't wait for him
He's
to go against
unknown.
Fletcher Cox. That's going to be funny because Fletcher Cox going to have listen. You put him with Fletcher Cox, he's going to feast on him. I mean, he don't even have to do anything. That offensive, I can't wait for a false start offensive line, whatever his number is, false start again, and you're going to be like the refs robbed us again. Look at how many false starts this guy has. False start, holding offensive line, this guy again. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for that. You know what I'm saying? That guy that was not good. Y'all reached for him. Come on, man. To me, I think y'all panicked. I think y'all panicked when we took Jordan Davis. You know what I'm saying? You should have drafted Andrew Booth in the first round. Then you should have maybe your offensive tackle. You could have got offensive tackle in the second round. But instead, you did what I thought you would do. You go to offensive line. I thought you were going to go receiver. You know what I'm saying? I thought you were going to draft one of these receivers. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thankful you went that offensive line who has more penalties. I don't care about his raw size. The man had more penalties in college. That's concerning. You know what I'm saying? We thought Andrew Dill had
He
more upside, and look how he turned out to be. Trash. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fearing one bit of that offensive line. I think Fletcher Cox going to have a field day if he goes against them.
But Eagles fan, if we beat Sean on Christmas Eve, bro, that would be the best. That would be the best Christmas I ever had. If
I
we
know
beat
you
Sean on
would because
Christmas
I'd be
Eve, and
miserable.
I'll be yeah, we gonna be trolling y'all.
You wouldn't be trolling me. You'll go after where you're hiding first, then you'll come back after me.
I'll go on y'all podcast and troll y'all. Like y'all
Yeah,
probably should let me on y'all stream and troll so I can troll y'all.
that'd be
But it's
horrible.
still
You would
it's
hear
still hilarious.
you probably get me on my bad day. I ain't
It's
gonna
still
lie.
hilarious
I can't imagine losing on Christmas Eve to that satanic star shot the field 100, but satanic star. I can't. No. I want to beat you on Christmas Eve. I want to sweep the Dallas Cowboys fans. I want to sweep their whole dreams. I want them to be disappearing. You know what I'm saying? I want to beat y'all twice this year. Y'all talk shit, and if for y'all to beat us on Christmas Eve, I can't take that, man. That'd be like y'all winning the championship this year. I can't do
it's
that.
still
That would be
hilarious when the
hurtful.
Giants beat y'all. It's still hilarious when the Giants beat y'all.
It was
I was
hilarious when the
trolling y'all
Broncos
so
beat y'all
hard,
and we beat them. It was
but the
hilarious when the
Giants are
Broncos beat
worse.
y'all too.
The Giants are
Really?
worse though. The Broncos were at
Yeah, we should
500.
have
The
won that
Broncos were
game, but
4-4 when they beat us. The
this
Giants was
guy
like
Jalen.
two and
Mhm.
six.
Yeah, but we beat him in the last game. You know, Joe Judge decided to
Jalen
play
Rager
fly just
drop
fly.
passes.
You mean this dude right here? Yeah, I got the clip all right.
Y'all
Just two
couldn't.
two
Y'all couldn't.
things that I would say very
Yeah,
uncharacteristic, but just gotta
yeah.
go through the highs and lows and go to
Laugh
the
it
next
up
week
now.
and
He won't be
be
on
what
this
it is.
roster.
How do you
He
recover from?
won't be on this
Jalen
roster.
Hurts played terrible as well. He threw 3 interceptions that game.
We could talk about Dak Prescott playing terrible against the Arizona Cardinals and allowed short Kyler Murray to beat him. I mean, why would we not talk about that?
Well, that game play as bad as Jalen Hurts though.
I mean,
Jalen Hurts looked worse.
Jalen Hurts was also in his rookie season, in my opinion. He was in his rookie season. We'll see what he does in year. Listen, this is going to be a big step for him. If he doesn't do good, he's out of here. We got 2 first-round picks. What are you going to do if Dak doesn't succeed? You got nothing. You're going to hold on to him and you're going to build around him like you tried to do. And you don't got 2 first-round picks like we do. We in a better situation than y'all. If Jalen Hurts works out, we can use those 2 picks to do whatever we want. Hell, you never know. I mean, we can draft a safety next year. The only thing we pretty much need is safety. Now, I mean, until we see on the field. But right now, in my opinion, the weakness is safety because I don't believe in Kayvon Wallace. I mean, I'm waiting for him to show up, but I call him Big Mouth Clemson. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he is. He's Big Mouth Clemson. He's the guy that from Clemson running his mouth. I mean, it's the same dude who said he was going to beat the crap out of Dallas. I'm still waiting for that. You know what I'm saying? You know,
And I got a question, bro.
mm-hmm.
Who is Kevin Lopez a fan of, bro? Like
The
one
Baltimore
like one
Ravens.
day one day he be on a Cowboy stream on our bandwagon, and
Why
one
you
day he
get
be
on
on
my
the
man
Eagles
like
stream on
that?
your bandwagon.
It's between you and
Cause
I.
like,
It's not between Kevin Lopez.
bro, like he be confusing me, bro. Like I
He's
can't
a
trust
Baltimore
him, bro.
Raven fan. He's a
He
Baltimore
a
Raven
Ravens
fan.
fan.
Yeah, he just comes to support me.
Uh, why can't you
I
just focus
yeah.
on the Ravens then? The
I
hell?
mean, they got no quarterback. Lamar is trash. I mean, the dude has one MVP with his legs. He can't throw. I mean, I'd be on the
I
Eagles
don't
channel
think
too.
I don't think Lamar is trash, but he's just trash in the playoffs. Like
He's
he's terrible in
trash.
the playoffs.
Did
Oh
you see
my
the
god.
commercial where he was throwing to the kids?
Yeah.
The 360 commercial. That kid looked like he had to go down on the ground to catch the ball. And I was saying, if I was one of those kids, I would say, you freaking suck at throwing. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like, I ain't gonna lie. I think Dak Prescott's a way better quarterback than Lamar. I just don't. I don't think Lamar is all that. I just don't. I mean, you went to about Jalen Hurts have a noodle arm. That guy has a noodle arm. That guy just doesn't have a big arm. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't. I've never seen a big arm Lamar throwing 50 yards downfield unless it's his tight end. We maintain him. You know what I'm saying? So I think to me, Dak is better than Lamar, the better quarterback than Lamar, because Dak can throw. My problem with Dak is can he win in the playoffs? And we have not seen that. But I don't question his arm strength. Dak is a good thrower. He's a good quarterback when it comes to throwing in the regular season. Dak is a regular season quarterback, and it's that guy who, to me, he gets all these stats in the regular season. But when it comes to playoffs, like I don't care about stats. I care about production in playoffs. If you can't win an MC Championship or a playoff game, then I don't care about all your stats and regular season shit. That's why I get on Cowboy fans. It's a guy at my work tells me, "Oh, Dak has all these stats in regular season." Yeah, but he hasn't won at the MC Championship or divisional round. How am I going to brag about regular season wins when I don't get to the big games? You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. So I mean, but I think it is. It's going to be fun when we whoop your ass.
Deshaun Watson don't really have a good playoff record either.
Deshaun Watson made it to a divisional round. Deshaun Watson made it to a divisional round. Did he?
So did Dak. Dak beat the Seahawks and played.
Deshaun Watson was playing against Mahomes. You were playing against Jared Goff. And I mean, Deshaun Watson, if you put him on Dallas with that weapons right now, I see an MC Championship in your future. I ain't gonna lie, that would be freaking scary.
Deshaun Watson, he's a great quarterback, but like nobody pointed out that his record in the playoffs is under 500 as well. I think he's 1-2 in the playoffs, I believe.
I mean, like I say, yeah, he had a bad team around him. I mean, but he gonna be better in Cleveland. Cleveland. I mean, I'm watching Cleveland. Cleveland might be a scary team, dude. I ain't gonna lie. They might be. That was a perfect situation for him. If he don't win,
they probably won't win 12 games.
They might be in that. They might be what the Bengals were. You never know. I mean, the Bengals. It took them 1 year, I think at least 2 years to win. For them, it was 1 year. They needed was Jamar Chase, and they were back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why I said the Eagles are. Why can't the Eagles not do that? If the Bengals can prove that they can get back in 1 year, why can't the Philadelphia Eagles? People talk about 2 to 3 years. I don't see that team. I see us back in this year or next year. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come back to Jalen Hurts. If he can develop quickly and be able to read the defense and be able to maintain his accuracy as a quarterback, and if he can do that, then we're a threat for sure, and we can definitely sweep y'all if Jalen Hurts his accuracy is.
Y'all not sweeping us, bro.
We'll see. Like, we'll come back to this podcast.
I have a splitting with y'all, but like I can still see us sweeping y'all though.
You can see us sweeping them.
Last year, the 49ers was better than the Seahawks. The Seahawks were terrible last year, and the Seahawks still swept the 49ers.
The 49ers shouldn't have made the playoffs.
So let's say the Eagles. Let's say the Eagles are better team than the Cowboys, and the Cowboys still end up sweeping them. We could still end up sweeping y'all, bro.
Hey, that's all right. Y'all sweep us, you get to the playoffs, and you'll lose the wild card. It's all right. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all probably go out in the first round as well.
Yeah, we'll draft a quarterback next year. So then you can't say anything about our quarterback. You're going at that.
Then y'all will get worse, and the Cowboys will get better the
following
year.
If we draft a quarterback, we're not losing anybody else. Jalen Hurts is not even getting paid. It's just if we draft a quarterback, listen, we got 2 first-round picks. We can use those to get a quarterback. Then we definitely can be back. If Jalen Hurts, let's say Jalen Hurts don't work out, then you got to draft a quarterback, and you just better hope that quarterback you draft, because quarterbacks are hard to find in the NFL. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I think that the Eagles have a plan. If Jalen Hurts don't work out, they will draft a quarterback next year, whether it's one of those Bryce Young or the Ohio State quarterback that everybody loves. I think one of them will be in Philadelphia. But like I said, I think Jalen Hurts is going to use this momentum or use all the people who say this, that about him and go out there and ball. And I have a feeling that he's going to maintain his quarterback position as a Philadelphia Eagle. And we're going to use those 2 first-round picks, hopefully next year, to draft what we want or need. Or we could trade them for, a star safety. You never know. I mean, I look at contracts next year. Derwin James, he's a free agent after next year. He's 2023. I think he's a free agent. What happens if he don't get paid? You know what I'm saying? We have the money. You know what I'm saying? You can all go out and get him or Jesse Bates or Chuck Clark. You could get one this year. You know what I'm saying? So we have a lot of options. Y'all don't have a lot of options. You got to stick with Dak for the next 4 to 5 years, and you have to pay him his contract. So you can't make moves. If Dak don't work out, you can't just draft a quarterback or,
paid Dak, though.
Yeah, I know that. But Dak hasn't proved that he can be a franchise quarterback when it comes into the playoffs. He showed he can win in the regular season. He showed you he can get in the playoffs. The problem is he don't win the playoffs when it matters, and that's my problem with Cowboy fans. We are in a situation where we can rely on if Jalen Hurts don't work out, we got 2 first-round picks next year to draft quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't do that. So if Dak Prescott don't work out, you're pretty much stuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Unless they find a way to get some team to take his contract and him out of Dallas, and then you're still going to have to be eating the dead money that you paid him. So that's my thought. And you have Michael Parsons' contract coming up. You do have Diggs' contract then, because I don't think they're coming up this year, but they're coming up soon. You know what I'm saying? They're going to want to get paid. Tony Pollard's contract is coming up, isn't he?
Tony Pollard?
Yeah, isn't his contract coming up soon?
I think so.
So are you going to let him go? Because I don't see the Dallas Cowboys not paying him. I think they're going to try to keep him. You know what I'm saying? But they also got Zeke Elliott. I mean,
we're going to keep him. I think
you better hope so.
I think Zeke have.
You never know. He might come to Philadelphia and play with the great Jalen Hurts. You never know that. You know what I'm saying? He might pull Bradbury. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But I think Zeke have like 2 more years left. So like
Zeke is washed. He's just y'all used him up big time, man. He's not what he was in his rookie year. He's definitely not what he was. I mean, he used to carve the hell out of us. I don't see that anymore. He looks like he's fat and overweight and get all the food he ate from his big contract. So you should have never given him that big contract.
He carved y'all up in the first game, though.
Who?
Ezekiel Elliott.
Did he really? I thought it was Pollard.
Oh, Zeke and Pollard. But Zeke is not washed. Like he just don't got that burst no more. Like that's what we're pissed off about.
He's washed. He's not what he was. He's washed and he's overpaid.
He still had 1,000 yards though.
Last year? Did he?
He was cooking. He was cooking before he had that knee injury.
Zeke Elliott is not what he was in his rookie, because rookie year Zeke Elliott was scary. You put him on that Cowboys offense right now, I'm just saying. Good night. That's all I'm going to say. Because that dude was a monster coming out of Ohio State. I'm so mad that y'all got him. I did not like that one bit. But, we had to draft a quarterback, unfortunately. Y'all passed. You took Zeke Elliott over Jalen Ramsey. Let that sink in your head. You know what I'm saying? Well, we took Derek Barnett with TJ Watt, so we can't even talk either. We passed up. Y'all took Taco Charlton, too, over TJ Watt.
You beat me to it. I was just about to say that.
Taco Charlton. Remember he gives out tacos every time he sacks someone? We took the carrot top head, Brandon Graham Jr. Not Brandon Graham Jr.
That was the worst draft pick in Cowboy history.
And Derek Barnett is up with freaking Marcus Smith and what's the guy's name? The fireman. So I mean, it is. He is Derek Barnett. That's the only bad sign. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't like when we brought him back. But other than that, Howard Roseman has done his job. He has given us something to look forward to. So hopefully, we can talk about how the Dallas Cowboys are trash and the Eagles. I think. Listen, I have us contenders this year, and a lot of people don't like that, but my team right now, I think we're ready to win. You don't get Bradbury unless you're winning the championship. I don't care what anybody says. Bradbury passed about 10 different teams who come to Philadelphia. So if Bradbury did not think we're ready to win as a team, especially, his goal is to win a Super Bowl. He's 28 years old. Why would he come to a team that's not ready to win a championship? I just don't think he would come to Philadelphia if he didn't think we're ready to get there. So, you get Bradbury, who people call him Wash, who's not Wash. He was he was top 10 cornerback behind Darius Slay. You add him on both sides. I expect a lot of turnovers, and I expect them to pick off your boy, Michael Gallup, who's coming off an ACL, and I expect my boy Darius Slay to lock him down, lay him chops. You know what I'm saying? That's what he gonna chop down CeeDee Lamb to mini size, because he gonna lock his ass down. So it is what it is, and you just better hope your other cornerback other than Diggs is going to lock down the receivers, because I see Jalen Hurts.
I can see Michael Gallup cooking Bradbury.
No,
I can see Michael Gallup cooking James Bradbury.
I don't see that. I don't see that at all. I don't see that.
He'll probably bag on them too. Like that
Not
will
not
like throw the ball up. That will throw the ball up and see and Michael Gallup just go up and
yeah,
get
yeah.
it.
Michael
Just
Gallup
bag
about to
on his
get
ass.
Michael Gallup about to get second. Michael Gallup jumps up. There says Bradbury's going to jump up and take the ball away from him. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna do it in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you're not going to throw on Bradbury. Bradbury is a guy who, to me, he's not a good. Listen, he was a lockdown corner a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Let's not underestimate Bradbury's ability to make plays. He is one of the best cornerbacks that. For number 2, hell, I'll take that. You know, because he is an upgrade over
Why couldn't
Nelson.
why couldn't he guard CeeDee Lamb then? That's y'all saying
Because
he's
he
a
was the
number
number
2 receiver
1.
though.
Listen. He was on a trash Giants team. Okay, he's going to a team that he doesn't have to be the number 1. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be a number 2. You know, I know one thing. CeeDee Lamb ain't going to cook a sleigh this year. I promise you that one. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? So.
We'll see. I never seen CeeDee
Ain't
Lamb
no
guard
will
Slay,
see.
so
Darius Slay is top 5
we'll
in
see about
his
that.
coverages, man. No one is worried about no CD Lamb cover. Darius Slay gonna lock his ass down. That boy gonna be put to a bed by game 6. Cause Darius Slay gonna
We'll
lock him
see.
down. Listen, you gonna see
But
highlights of Slay locking his ass
I
down physically.
I remember this. I remember this stream if CeeDee Lamb cook him.
Who?
If CeeDee Lamb cook Slay, I remember the stream.
If he cooks Slay, bro, we're in fucking trouble.
Yep.
That
I'm
means we
gonna
might
be
have
on
to
your
draft a corner
ass.
next year, bro. Because listen,
I'm
we
gonna
paid
be
him
on.
all that money to do his job. If he cooks, listen, the only way he cooks Darius Slay if Jonathan Gannon puts a freaking linebacker on him instead of Darius Slay. Because but listen, I expect it's gonna come to Jonathan Gannon. I can talk about our defense, but Jonathan Gannon has to show me he can be that elite defense. And I expect him to be that guy who's going to get a defense hungry. Listen, I'm excited for this defense. You don't get this pass rusher like that often. So you better use that wisely. Now I do like your defense corner, Dan Quinn. And if I could, I would trade Jonathan Gannon to the Dallas Cowboys for Dan Quinn because I do like Dan Quinn. I always liked him. You know what I'm saying? But I think Jonathan Gannon is going to improve this year. Because with all that talent, I'm sorry, you just got to improve. The only thing we really need is the safety. We got corners, we got a front 4. I think our linebackers are depth. Our linebackers are depth is really, really good. But I'm gonna say, and the Kobe Dean, he's gonna come out, and I can't wait for that kid because he's a first round pick. He just fell because of injuries, and he looks healthy. So y'all better be worrying about him, man, because he gonna get some Dak this year, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, hey, I'm glad that the division got better. Like
Division got better. How? I mean, the Giants didn't get better.
the Giants get better, but Washington they did a little bit. Like Washington, they'll play us tough. I still think we will sweep them, but
Of
they'll
course. I
play
mean,
us
we're gonna
tough.
sweep
But
them.
like,
Listen. What's that? Redskin / commander, a fan who comes on. What's her name? She's always on
awesome,
your IG, Awesome Sports. She ain't gonna be happy by
yeah.
when we play them. She gonna realize why Carson Wentz was traded. Because I don't think Carson Wentz is all that what he was in 17. She talking, licking her lips, but we swept them. You know what I'm saying? So for her to come out and say Eagle fans talk too much, man, come on. You were talking about Ryan Fitzpatrick being better. Come on, dude. Like you can't make this shit up. They were literally bragging about Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know what I'm saying? How he was going to be good, and look out, he couldn't even stay healthy. So I mean, it is what it is, man.
This is a fact I always bring up. The Commanders only make the playoffs if the Cowboys and the Eagles are trash. Am I right?
Yeah. And don't blame us for tanking. Just like the Giants did when we took Devontae Smith from them. It is what it is, man. At least I don't care what the Giant fans are washed in. Nobody's think they're trash. Talk to me when you get out the basement. You know what I'm saying? Compete with the other clubs like we always do. You know what I'm saying? The Giants haven't been good since what 16. They've been in the playoffs with Odell Beckham. That's when they were on the cruise and they got lit up by Aaron Rodgers with the Hail Mary throws. So I mean, it is what it is. Listen, we're gonna sweep the Giants. We always do. They just need to get ready put the lube up, and get ready for the ass raping because that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's every year with them. They're the reason why the NFL NFC's least is called what is it? MC least. That's the reason why they're called
NFC
MC
least.
least, because that's why
Yeah, the
they're in
real
their division. You know,
the real rivalry is the Cowboys and Eagles. The Giants and Commanders, they can go. They
I
can
would trade
go.
them for the Packers and the Lions right now. Put them in our division. I want some
Yeah.
competition. That would be funny. Dak versus Rodgers twice a year, but that would physically not happen. But that would be the funny thing ever. And then playing Jared Goff twice. Hey, I wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't
We'll
mind
put the
that.
Steelers in our division. I don't mind the Steelers
I
being
mean,
in our division.
they don't even have a fucking quarterback. They got Kenny Small Arms Pickett or Small Hands Pickett. He's gonna get strip sacked so many times, but it's gonna be hilarious. I watched that dude. He's not that good. He really isn't. If you watch him, he gets strip sacked because his hands are too small to grip the football. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait for, man. We're gonna sweep the Dallas Cowboys, and
Y'all
hey,
not sweeping us, man.
I'm telling you, we're
You
sweeping
want you
y'all this
want
year.
you want to bet? You want to bet?
We'll talk about bets later, man. But let me soak up this offseason. Let me get ready for another year of Super Bowl glories days. Cause my team gonna go places, and we already know where your team's gonna go. And they're gonna go in the trash. Because like I said, I think the Commanders might be in second. Y'all might be in third this year. So it is what it is. Because I think my team's ready to compete. Listen, I think we're contenders, man. I really do. And that's not being biased. That's just look at our team. Like, that's why I said a lot of Eagle fans should be pumped and excited because this is our year, man. We have our best offseason. We have the best draft. We haven't had that in a long time. You know what I'm saying? And we won a Super Bowl the last time we aced, offseason for easy. I think we have a better roster in 17, but we got to see what they do on the field. But I'm excited for this team. I don't know how you can be
So
excited. Y'all banking on CeeDee Lamb.
y'all
You know what I'm saying?
y'all the dream team again?
Dream Team. Do you know what Dream Team was? Nami Oswald was
How does the
trash.
dream?
I never liked Nami Oswald coming. No, they're not the Dream Team. They got a bunch of young
Is
guys.
that how the dream team worked out? So like
No, no,
y'all
no,
saw it
no.
was
The
2011.
Rams proved that the Dream Teams don't exist when they won a Super Bowl. Listen, if anything, the Rams were a Dream Team last year, and they found a way to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? I just think you got talented. AJ Brown's only 24. The Dream Team was a bunch of 31-year-olds and 30-year-olds, aging veterans coming to our team. This is nothing like the Dream Team. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys are Dream Teams every year. You know what I'm saying? That's what they are. You know what I'm saying? They're the Dream Team every year. When you got what's his name? Don Terry Poe. You got what's his name? Uh who else? Who else did you get? Don Terry Poe, Greg Hardy. Every year you got Greg. Remember you got Greg Hardy that year too? You got Nolan Carroll. Remember him? Different years. So I mean, they've been Dream Teams every year. You know what I'm saying? They get aging veterans all the time. So but no,
Y'all team remind me of the team in 2011. Y'all was hyping y'all team up, and then y'all end up being trash.
come on,
Michael
man.
Vick was on that
AJ
team.
Brown. AJ Brown is only 24 years old. How is that the dream team? Bradbury's only 27. Listen, if we're the dream team, you can come back and laugh at me. But I don't see how we dream team would.
Oh, I
No,
will be
I don't think we're a
laughing.
dream team. I'm sure you will be. I'll be laughing when we sweep y'all on Christmas Eve and the Cowboy season. Cause like I said, man, you better hope CeeDee Lamb's that dude. I speak my shit, man. I don't run from nobody. I'm confident in my team. I got a lot of shit to talk about. You just better hope the Eagles own up to what I'm saying. Cause if they do, you're gonna block me on IG again.
No, only blocked you. Like I ain't blocking because I didn't like the shit you was saying. Only blocked you because like you was sending me weird shit. Like I was like, why you keep sending me
What the Cowboys
like you
shit?
nah like you sending me posts from the Vikings like at like
Oh,
every team. I was like, yeah, I
they
was
were
like,
talking shit about the
why you keep
Cowboys.
sending me this shit?
They were talking shit about the Cowboys. If you looked at it. You know what I'm saying? So I send it to everyone, bro. But I won't do that. I'll send it
No,
to you when the Cowboys are looking bad this year. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Because
no,
that's the
you're
only thing
sending
you're
me
gonna need to talk about is the other teams. Because you won't be in the playoffs
you're
this year.
sending
I'm
me
telling y'all, y'all team might be struggling this year. You know what I'm saying?
posts like you're sending me like analysis, like people like talk about anything. I was like, all right, bro, this guy is weird. That's why I blocked
Oh,
you.
okay.
Bro. Like,
So you won't.
Yeah.
I won't. So what happens if the Eagles beat y'all? You won't block me.
You ain't block me because you got underneath my skin. Nah, like you're just sending me weird stuff. That's all it was.
Trust me. This year I might get under your skin this year. You know what I'm saying? I listen. You know me.
Hey, I won't be mad. I won't be mad because I troll as well. So like, why would I be mad?
But I don't
You know
troll.
what I mean?
Listen. People still got upset with me when I made a video having Jerry Jones on the screen saying "fuck that dude," like his old ass should die. Like I got a lot of hate video from Cowboy fans. I got hate videos from burning a Cowboys jersey shirt just a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Which I enjoy those campfire
I saw that.
videos. Yeah, you know I'm real because I wouldn't be wearing that shit. You know I'm real. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real ass Eagle fan. I don't. You know, somebody told me I should have wore that jersey. Man, I ain't wearing that shit. Fuck that. I'd be a fake fan. You know, I don't. You know, the only thing I burn is Cowboy shirts, especially that one. They had 5 Super Bowls on that shit. I hated that fucking shirt because I went to school where Cowboy fans used the winless jokes on me, so I got tired of that shit. So it brought a lot of bad memories back into my head. You know, so I was on demon time. I had to burn that shit. You know. Oh, so yeah. Pickett hasn't learned under Trubisky.
If somebody was to ship me the Eagles gear, I'll use it as my doormat.
I would use your Cowboy shirt as a doormat too. Matter of fact, I'll
I
my
would
ass.
I would stomp all over that shit.
You can't stop on greatness, man. Come on, bro.
Y'all not great.
Y'all not great either.
Bro.
You haven't been to an NFC championship since the '90s, man. Y'all pump your chest, but y'all like the Lions, dude. Without the 5 Super Bowls, you would just be ringless clubs, man. Talking about greatness.
The only time I'll say y'all great if y'all catch up to us. If y'all get at least 3 rings, then I'll say y'all great.
But you said you were 19 years old. Is that right? And you have not seen a Super Bowl as a Dallas Cowboy fan.
I know. The only thing you can do is, but like.
But you can't use that against me because I've seen my team physically seeing a Super Bowl. You can't say that. And that's the problem. When you young fan base is going to see an actual Super Bowl on TV, witness in color, not black and white, color, and a flat screen TV being on there. I don't know. And all of that, well, Roger Goodell should be in your GM. Because I don't know if he was in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So, and it had to be Dak Prescott holding Lombardi.
Hear me out. Hear me out, you champ. If y'all don't have amount of rings as the Cowboys, Steelers,
but you haven't witnessed
Patriots,
that. Listen, you can't talk about Super Bowls if you haven't witnessed that Super Bowl. You haven't seen a Super Bowl in your life. Is it true or not? You have not seen your team win a championship physically with your eyes.
I've never seen my team win a championship, but still,
have you not? No.
You know what I mean?
See, you're dodging the question. Your young fan base have never seen a Cowboy witness a Super Bowl. The only people who've seen it are the old Cowboy fans talking about the 90s. You have not seen it. I've seen my team. So is Montana Super Bowl rings. You don't even see Pittsburgh doing it. Do you see Washington bragging about that? No, because they're trying to get another one in current times. Only the Dallas Cowboy fans do that because they hold on to the past. You have not physically seen a Super Bowl, so you can't talk to me about Super Bowls when you haven't seen one in your lifetime. If you were 45 years old and 60 years old, then you could come talk to me about 5 rings. But you have not seen it. If you're 19 years old, you can't brag about. That's like me bragging about, in 1990, let's say the Eagles won in 86 with Randall Cunningham. I can't brag about that because I never seen it personally. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, Eagle Champ 1, why are you bragging about the 1986 Super Bowl? You've never seen it in your lifetime. That's the same thing with Cowboy fans. They brag about stuff that they haven't seen. You have 0. You've never seen a Super Bowl in your life. Your name should be Zero Cowboy. That's your name because you have never seen it. You know what I'm saying? To me, you're a peasant. You have nothing to see. You never seen a Cowboy win a Super Bowl. You never seen them be in an NFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? You can't pump your chest about 5 Super Bowls because to me, you've never seen it. Only the old Cowboy fans who are dying off can see that. Your young fan base has never seen a Super Bowl. My team has. My fan base has. My young fan, even the grandkids have. You have not. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it, and I'm only 21 years old. You're 19. You still haven't seen them. You've been a Cowboy fan how many years?
Since I was 7 years old.
Since you were 7 years old. So you telling me you're rooting for a
Yeah.
team because of the past? You know what I'm saying? That's sad. I mean, if I'm you, I'm like, bro, when am I going to see my team win the championship, man? You know what I'm saying? You're going to be having gray hair the next time the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. You're going to be, we finally did it. You're going to be 86 years old on a wheelchair, man. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, talk to me when you actually physically seen it. Because I physically seen a team win a championship. I know it's like to physically see my team holding them body. It was beautiful. You physically saw your team cry in the playoffs. Now your fan base did. You physically were crying in the playoffs when Jimmy G beat y'all. And you didn't see a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I
I
have.
wasn't crying though.
Now you were crying.
I was
You were crying.
I was disappointed. I was disappointed, but like I wasn't
I would be
crying though.
too. Jimmy G is a mediocre quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But I picked the 49ers to beat y'all. So one guy who bet with me didn't pick me back, but I knew you weren't going to make the NFC Championship because that's who you are.
Like
You're the Cowboy fans. You
ready
know what I'm saying?
red.
Ready Red, yeah. Ready Bet Welcher. That's his name. He's the Bet Welcher. So I would never bet with that dude again. I mean, if I make a bet with you, right, and I don't pay you back, you should never ever make a bet with me, right? Never ever talk to me yet.
Right.
Because how can you trust someone? That's like someone stealing your money and not paying you back. If you owe someone money, you're going to pay them back, right? If you owe someone a
Yeah.
hat or a jersey that you bet, you were talking all that shit, and when it's time for you to pay your bet and you don't honor it, you should not be represented as a man again. That to me is just you know, the dude made a bet with me. I have it on video. You saw it on video, right? He did say it out his mouth that he
Yeah.
would give me my jersey if they make the championship. So it's on video. It's not like I'm making up shit. And he talking about he never said it. Come on, man. We know you said it. And now you're on other streams ducking me when I come and confront you that, hey, you didn't pay your bet. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is,
Mhm.
man. We're not worried about him because I got my Devontae Smith jersey. Shout out to where you hide it. You know what I'm saying? He paid it for it, and I didn't think he needed to. I told him, I said, you didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? But he did that because, he said hey, I'm a passionate Eagle fan. But, you know what I'm saying? If I make a bet with you, I'm going to pay it back. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I am. I'm a real man at the time. I pay my bet. I pay my dues. So if I make a bet and we lose, if I lose, hey, I got to pay my bet. And I have the money to do that. That guy don't get any money. He's a broke guy stealing women's purses. You know what I'm saying? Talk about money. You can't pay $100 jersey. Don't talk to me about money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if I was not to pay up, like I'll at least let the person I bet with know. Like I'll at least let them know. You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, he could have called me up and messaged me. Everybody knows who I am. You know what I'm saying? You could have hit me up on Twitter or anything. We could have made something like, yo, you can't afford it. I got you. Things are tough. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't have the decency to do that. So that's why I don't respect Ready Red. I don't like him. I hope he hears it. He's a bet welcher. I have no respect for him. And the Cowboy fans don't even like him. They think he's a troll too. Because how are you going to represent a fan base when you don't honor your commitment? You know what I'm saying? To me, you make your fan base look bad. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. But I can't wait till we sweep your team, man. I hate your team with a passion, bro. I can't wait
I
till
hate y'all.
listen. It's
I hate
coming,
y'all
baby.
too. I hate
It's
y'all
coming,
too.
man. It's coming.
I want to
You know
sweep
what I'm
y'all
saying?
too.
So how do you? Last question before we get going because it's getting a little late. I do got work at 8 a.m. tomorrow. But how do you see this? And who? So how do you see this NFC standing? Do you think the Cowboys are number one, or the Eagles are number two, or the Giants number three, or number four, or do you think? Listen, the Washington Commanders are number two, and we're number three. What do you see the standings? If you had to rank them, how do you rank them?
Um, I think the Cowboys could still somehow surprise people and win a division. Like
Okay.
like they did last year. Like everybody said the Commanders were going to win a division, and the Cowboys won it. The Cowboys still
Who
won a
knew Ryan
division anyway.
Fitzpatrick wasn't going to win it? Come on,
But the
Ryan
same thing can happen
Fitzpatrick.
this year. So the Cowboys could still win it in my opinion.
Okay.
So this is where I'm at. So Cowboys first place 10-7. Um, Eagles second place. Jalen Hurts played terrible. Y'all probably be like 9-8. And Jalen Hurts is ass. And
You hoping he will?
Commanders Commanders third place. They'll win like 6 games, and the
Mm-hmm.
Giants are the Giants. They'll be in the basement. That's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. See, I think the Eagles gonna win this division. I think the Commanders are going to be second. And that's not being biased. I just think Carson Wentz is an upgrade for what they have. If you can get the half of the Carson Wentz that you got in 17, you're going to be good. I think with Dak losing Amari Cooper, I think that's going to hurt him a little bit more than you think it will. It might not hurt him a lot, but it's going to hurt to where he's not going to be the guy that you saw the last couple. Because Amari Cooper was that big part of your offense. It's like losing a big part of your offense, and you expect a guy who hasn't been that guy to replace him. It's not going to be easy. Do I think it will be that bad? Like people like where they're not going to win another game. No, I think it'll take some time because CeeDee Lamb's not used to being the number one, and he's going to get his chance to prove that. But I have the Eagles number one. I have the Washington Commanders number two. I have the Cowboys number three, and I have the Giants number four. And that's because I think, like a guy, I think Lamar. If you had Amari Cooper, I would put you up at second. But I think Amari Cooper, with him going and CeeDee Lamb turning into being that number one dude, this is the first time beating number one in the NFL. I think it's going to be a little hard for him to do it, but we'll see what happens. But right now, I have the Commanders number one, two, and fighting with us for the division because I want to see first. I want to see the Carson and Jalen Hurts battle, and number three, I just think, like I said, I think Dak is going to struggle with CeeDee Lamb at number one because he hasn't been used to CeeDee Lamb being that guy. He always had a Coop, and now Coop is not there. I think it's going to take a while for them to finally get that connection going. But it is what it is. But we're gonna find out. Listen, we got a long off season. We didn't even get to training camp, so we're gonna have more to talk about soon, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is the first thing where this is. I figure to come and talk some shit this time because I'm pumped. I'm rocking with my team no matter what. You're not gonna see me bail out. Every game I've been back. You know what I'm saying? I never, whether we win or lose, it is what it is. Why didn't you go to Boys for last night? Because I don't listen to trolls. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking with real Cowboy fans, Cowboy contributors. I don't talk to trolls. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't hold a conversation like this guy's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? He gonna try to talk over me. I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. But you got anything to add?
That's it, man. Go
Oh, we gotta do this
Cowboys.
again, man. We gotta do it, man.
We them boys.
We gotta do this again, bro. We gotta do this again. We'll do it. We'll do maybe a preview before week 6. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do one. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do one before week 6. But I'm gonna get you back on here, or I'll go on your channel. You know what I'm saying? But definitely subscribe to 301 Cowboy. If you're not, he is a new content to the Dallas Cowboy. Tell him where you can find you and where people can connect with you to collab with you if they're a Cowboy fan or a Cowboy content watching.
All right, y'all can find me on YouTube. Find me on Twitter. I don't really be on Twitter, but y'all can follow me on that, and y'all can follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of content on Instagram as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And you'll find me here. You'll find me Eagle Chant EC1. I figured to cut that down because I don't feel like putting up Eagle Chant 1 all the time. So I put the EC1, Eagle Chant 1. Maybe you can find me at MYB. Just put Eagle Chant 1 on Twitter. You'll find me. But hey, that's it, man. Hey, I can't wait for this showdown week 6. It's gonna be fun watching y'all lose. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna sweep y'all this year. I can't wait, man. Because you know what I'm saying, my birds are gonna come and fly. You just better hope Dak Prescott doesn't dodge when he gets hit. That front four is going to get to him this year. I can't wait.
We'll see. But if we beat Shaw, just know I'm on your ass. Just know that.
Oh, I know that. And then we beat y'all, I'm gonna be back on your ass. So it don't matter where it is. Just know I'm coming. I'm coming with the hot stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like hot sauce, I'm going to put that on your tongue. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to burn. Just like the Cowboys are going to burn when we sweep them this year. I expect my Eagles team to be good. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Eagle Chant is not good for YouTube search. Eagle Chant 1 is not good for YouTube search. I don't know what you talk about. I said, you talking about his name? I don't know what you talk about. It is what it is, man. But it's your boy Eagle Chant 1. Flag was fly. I'm out, man. Go Birds.
All right, man.